Today in London, tensions continue to increase between the metahumans called X's and normals. Communities fear the X's powers, citing multiple violent incidents and an underlying fear that the X's will take over society. Retribution and reprisals are on the rise, and violent clashes occur with growing frequency. This is Gene X, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play in Cortex Prime.
Hello, and welcome to episode 12, the finale of Gene X, our Modern Supers game in Cortex Prime. I'm Jib, I'm the GM, and we have some players, and I have never started down there.
Oh, snap. Hope you were ready.
No preparation.
Sure.
I'm Jim, and I'm playing Edison Cornwall, Professor Edison Cornwall, our lovely Professor Singularity, Master of Gravity.
Oh, with a fresh-to-death haircut. Nice.
Sweet.
I like it.
I'm Mike. I play Simon Guthrie, a.k.a. the Lightning Lad, which is what we've been using the whole time. Right?
Mm-hmm. That's definitely the words. It's very good. I'm Abria, and I'm playing Faiza Benyamina, the Alamancer. Yay.
And I'm Kimmy.
Oh, God, Kimmy!
And I am playing Colleen O'Connor, and I am our empath.
Sweet. And like I said, this is episode 12, and we have an amazing recap from last time.
By who? There's a crappy one I made.
So, previously on Gene X.
Interior, Morgan's penthouse day. Direwolf, Edison, and an empty bottle of whiskey lay together in a cuddle puddle in the corner of the room below a large white bed sheet pinned to the wall that's covered in diagrams on how to pull asteroids out of orbit. Sound effects of Ophelia's whip crack of teleportation jolts them awake, and Direwolf snarling and protective of her new buddy. Nice, thank you. Cut to interior, bedroom, day. Colleen wakes in bed. Extreme close-up on her wide blue eyes as they open. Her expression slides from confusion at her surroundings, cutaway to the establishing shot of Morgan's building, to understanding, cutaway to Colleen and Simon getting late.
In quotes.
Late. Yeah. That's the best joke I made in this recap. To concern as she looks over to an empty bed. Simon?
Yeah, I couldn't really sleep.
Camera pans over to Simon as he sits at a desk with his suit and an open laptop in front of him. He looks anxious. Colleen walks into frame wearing the PG-13 modesty bedsheet and kisses the top of his head.
I think no matter what happens, I want to bring my father in alive.
Simon turns towards Colleen and they embrace. The tender moment is broken by the sound of Colleen's phone suddenly inundated with texts. Cut to interior, Morgan's penthouse day. Faiza stands holding her phone, wearing the ferrodermis suit with a pile of shredded clothing at her feet. Edison stands beside her, explaining the suit's functions and trying too hard to not check her out. Simon and Colleen enter, and our four heroes finalize their plans. Interior, industrial service tunnel. Fighting montage of the water treatment plant dungeon crawl. Through a hail of bullets fired by Division X paramilitary soldiers, badass supersuited Colleen, Simon, and Faiza look on in horror as Edison, in a tweed suit, crumples several of the soldiers into nightmare meatballs. Simon grows more comfortable using large amounts of his electricity on his enemies. Colleen hits them with waves of fear and claustrophobia. The last surviving soldier tries to run away, but Faiza hits them at the base of their spine with a razor-sharp tendril of her suit. Simon uses his power to blow out all the facility's comms through the radio of a dead soldier. Colleen begins to reach out with her power to try and sense Director Guthrie.
You're looking for him, aren't you? Let me help.
Simon takes Colleen's hand as she closes her eyes and reaches out again. Visual effects show a blinding wave of energy. She opens her eyes and time is stopped. She looks beyond the walls to see Emily, Leo, and Anders waiting to ambush them. Visual effects show their emotional states as backlit, transparent ghost versions of each person layered over their frozen form. All three shake violently and scream with rage. 100 yards further down the tunnels in a large room, Director Guthrie stands looking into a bank of monitors. His emotion ghost sneers with anger and purpose. Turning her focus back to the room she occupies, Colleen observes her friends, also frozen. Simon's emotion ghost sighs and shakes his head with sad determination. Faiza's is staring at Edison and reaches gently towards his face with concern. Edison's emotion ghost is layered perfectly over him, holding the same blank expression as Frozen Eddie, though visual effects of dry ice fog rolls off of it. He is cold reason. Colleen blinks rapidly and the world returns to normal. Interior, Industrial Service Tunnel Room. Our four heroes face off against Emily, Leo, and Anders. Another fight montage. Anders slams the ground, causing a shockwave before launching himself at Edison. Faiza squares off with Leo, and Simon and Colleen take on speedster Emily. Edison easily deflects all of Anders' attacks. Faiza dodges Leo's flames and drives her Atlantean spear through his heart, pinning his body to the ground. The camera pans from Leo to Colleen, who is also on the ground. She pulls a knife from her boot and slashes Emily's Achilles tendon, slowing her enough for Simon to grab her by the face and shock her into the wall, taking her out of the fight. Anders changes targets to Colleen, catching her with the backhand. Simon leaps at Anders, driving his knee into his back above the heart and electrocuting him. Faiza, realizing that Simon inadvertently killed Anders, pushes the group away from the scene of the fight. Cut to Interior Division X Communications Hub. Guthrie flips a dead man switch the moment the heroes enter the hub.
Shall we all die together?
Colleen steps forward and hits Director Guthrie with all the love and compassion she feels for Simon, to no effect. Simon's entire body crackles with electricity so powerful that a rogue arc of current hits the Ferrodermis suit and partially destroys it.
So, after everything, you're just going to hide behind religion as an excuse. That's your reason?
I wouldn't expect a thing such as you to have faith. You're not even human.
Simon's electricity ceases, and his expression passes from anger to resignation.
Faiza, do whatever you want.
Time slows as Colleen looks from Simon to Faiza and screams a protest. Edison shakes his head, and Faiza steps forward, extending her hand. She makes a crushing motion, and Director Guthrie grabs his chest and crumples to the ground, dead. Behind him, a red countdown clock flashes 10. Fade to black.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bloop. So, things happened.
A little bit.
Mistakes might have been made.
By whom? The only mistake was that we should have done the asteroid plan.
I think
It's
wouldn't
not
we
too
all
late.
die too?
No, like from outside.
That's not how asteroids hitting the world works.
I
Maria.
don't know if
So,
that's true.
There's a meteor and there's a meteorite. There's a difference.
Got it. Okay.
So, there's a countdown timer that's a D8 countdown timer right now. If the countdown timer is removed from play by being stepped down, then you have defeated the countdown timer and defeated the explosives. Okay. If the countdown timer exceeds 12, the explosives go off.
Okay, cool. This is fun. This is fun.
So, that's kind of what's happening right now. So, what you going to do about that, guys? I'm curious.
I'm going to grab the detonator from Mr. Guthrie's body.
Okay.
And I'm going to call Ophelia.
Oh, yeah.
Ophelia, we have a bit of a situation. There's a bomb, and I actually was calling to see if you could help me defuse it remotely, but okay.
Can we just go with her? Is your power good enough for us yet? Please.
I can take one of you.
I've always loved you, Ophelia. I thought you should know that.
I hand you the detonator. See if there's anything you can do with that.
His dead man switch is like pressing it.
Just click it some more.
Just click. Like real quickly, can I? What's it connected to? Everything? Is the whole place wired?
Let's put some dice down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a normal graduated success thing, 11 or 15.
Okay. Yeah, we'll protect those in danger. That sounds about right.
Seems like your thing.
A little bit.
Sometimes. Leap. 15.
Oh, wait.
The D12.
How many plot points does everybody have?
2?
1.
One.
2 for him. 1 for you, and 1 for you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And I will buy that D8.
Oh no.
We'll just, start that off right now.
Cool.
What do you got?
15 with the D12.
15 to 12.
Cool. The dead man switch is actually inert. It doesn't do anything.
Okay, and I can't get any sense of what it's connected to.
It's not connected to anything.
Bluetooth.
It's just a
Prop?
prop. It's just a switch that is connected to nothing.
I read that very quickly.
Okay.
The upshot of that being that he started the timer before you guys walked in the room, and this was just a prop to distract you.
Okay. Well,
Just get out of here.
Okay, so we're underground?
Uh-huh.
Deep underground?
Fair bit.
Shit.
I would say, 15 or 20 meters underground.
What is the room around us made of? Is it a big metal room?
Uh,
Like a silo, like a...
Fitted brick.
Of course. Okay. If ours can help with any of this, so...
just tell them all to
Unfortunately,
calm
the room
down.
make you all feel
Unfortunately, the bulb
unafraid
has
of
no
dying.
emotions.
I could use that real quick.
I can take. I can like grab someone and skate out. Ophelia can take.
But not right here, because that's all fucking brick.
No, the brick is actually facade.
Okay.
Behind the walls, they're packed with ball bearings and explosives.
Oh, dope. I love this room. I mean, we'd probably be fine. But sure, let's run out. Faisal looks not worried.
All right.
Well, so I'm gonna be like, Colleen, jump on my back.
Okay,
Jump on it.
then
Why don't you just carry me?
Okay, fine. Does and then activates.
so we'll see. We'll need some dice to escape.
Let me see
And then-
the romance dice.
I disagree. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
I'm sorry. There's explosions. Yeah, I'll sweep up Colleen and then activate the skates and straight back down that hallway at top speed.
Okay.
Like you do.
Okay, so this is going to be a hard task. So you're going to need a 15.
I can help, right?
You can give him a relationship die. You both would use Lance and Ophelia as an asset.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there server blades around here?
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to grab a couple of random few of them and take them with
Nice.
me. Just,
Yeah, good call.
Okay.
I mean, just really quickly, just pull.
Let's see how your dice come out.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You know, no.
Yeah.
Here's a nickel. That is a 19 now.
Nice.
With the D12
Okay.
effect. I had 14 before I gave a doubloon.
That would have been awesome, though.
I would have let you succeed at a cost.
Up, clean and slime and die. Have fun the rest of the game, you guys. Peace out.
Oh no, that wouldn't have been the cost.
I know.
That wouldn't have been the cost.
First 10 minutes.
That would be too easy.
Yeah.
So, would you like to roll?
All right, yeah.
Mike and I spend the rest of the game just getting drunk sitting here.
That would be adorable.
The ghost of Colleen.
I fail.
Her Irish getting worse and
There's
worse.
no real
as
way
the
of
movie
winning.
goes.
It's very good. What happened? Did you
I
work?
failed.
To do what? Grab server
Grab
cards
the
or get
servers.
out?
Would you like to succeed at a cost?
Yes.
Okay.
For the server, right?
Well, I thought that was just the altogether get out grab.
Server or
things.
escape?
Thought it was one roll for both.
It was one roll for both.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's really low.
That's a
I see a
14.
14. And
Wait, what's that?
they're both 3s.
Oh.
Womp womp.
I rolled so many 3s too.
No, right?
So you have a 14.
Yeah.
Would you also like to succeed at a cost?
Yeah, I guess. Like, it's that or get blown up?
Okay. So
Choice?
Yeah.
So your cost is that when the explosion goes off, some of it bleeds through Ophelia's closing portal.
Oh, shit.
And Ophelia's injured.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay. So what that's going to mean is that we're going to step down your
Relationship.
Ophelia die.
Or my Ophelia die. Gotcha.
What is it right now?
like,
A D8?
It's a
She
D6.
died.
A D6?
Yeah.
So we'll step it down to a D4.
Gotcha.
That'd be a way to make this like finale serious
Right?
fast. Like kill off one of the vital NPCs.
Yeah, one of the beloved NPCs.
Well, she's going to be unconscious, and we'll go. Actually, she's in a coma
Okay.
from the explosion, and that's when you like fall back into her flat.
Yeah.
And you're also separated from the others.
This is the
That's
kind of
so
shit that's going
far.
to prevent me from dropping rocks on some motherfuckers. I swear to God.
Yeah, but he can fly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
Sweet.
you're going to step down your super suit die. One die
It's
type.
already down to a fucking 6. Okay, cool. It's a 4. This is the worst suit ever. Dope. Why can't I get, like, Lance? Hurt Lance, not my suit.
Yeah, her Lance.
Damn it.
You can step down your lance die if you
Put
prefer.
him in a coma. I want my suit back.
I see what's important to you.
Oh,
To be
snaps.
fair, you did like electrocute it on purpose last time. That was sort of your
It
fault.
wasn't on purpose.
You know, when you're like,
It was on
hey,
purpose.
Sparky, touch it. Like, that's a.
I mean, like, a little bit. I just wanted to know. It was for
That's-
shadowing.
I'll give you a
That's-
special D4 for it.
That's not what
you.
step, what damage
Thank you.
did. That's not what damage did.
What?
That's not what damaged your suit before.
No,
your suit
it was
before.
one of his angry arcs, his Tesla coil moment.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
It was foreshadowing. I told him to spark
Yeah.
it before, and then it happened dramatically later. I'm a storyteller with a shitty suit and a dead Lance. What's happening to Lance? Explain to me.
Oh no, Lance. You probably have never seen Lance move so fast.
Okay. Wait. So what was my complication? Does my die just suck, or my suit sucks?
Your suit. It's
Lame.
damage to your suit.
Lame.
They can be fixed.
It can be
we can fix
fixed.
her suit.
It can be
As long
repaired.
as Ophelia doesn't die.
Who?
Like,
Oh,
the girl who'll fix your suit if she lives.
Oh, we need to fight her.
Now the most important person
The
in the
most
party.
important person in the world.
this would be the saddest NBC death since what's her name?
Penelope.
Oh, poor Penelope.
Sweet. I think her suit at this point just looks like. Do you guys remember in Black Panther when they were like fighting next to the train?
Yeah.
And it kept like cutting out, like glitching weirdly.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah. Big glitches.
this is the shittiest suit. Thank God I'm wearing that thing under, or we'd be an HBO show. All right. Thanks, Lance.
So was it just that one room?
Yeah.
Oh,
Although the explosion, for those of you who were there to see it, the walls exploded inward, and jagged shards of metal just shot through the room from all four directions, and then the whole thing collapsed, and the water treatment plant collapses in on top of it. We also seem to have a thing for destroying water treatment
We
plants.
do. It's a weird thing that we do in masks.
It's a
lot.
thing.
Yeah.
So the upshot of that is that there's going to be a huge rupture of the water pipes in this part of the city, and potential flooding in the city because so much water.
Faiza just crosses her arms and goes,
no.
I have to get a hotel. She just like looks over towards her house, like
Oh, this isn't the part of town your house isn't.
it is. It was Kensington.
Oh, is
right?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Oops.
Darn it.
Lucky for you, your boyfriend has,
I know, right? But still, it's like it's my thing, so I'm real burnt up about it.
You probably couldn't have gone back to your house anyway right now. It's not safe.
Yeah,
but-
mostly that. Yeah. Not the point. I will be mad about everything. I'm
Yes,
Faiza.
you're Faiza. Faiza mad about everything, Benjamin.
Yes.
Okay.
Change the
So the three of you are outside, watching as the water treatment plant implodes in on itself. Morgan, Direwolf, Succubus, and Banshee kind of drag themselves out of the collapsing building.
Oops. We totally meant to tell it. You're fine. Good job.
Morgan in particular looks particularly annoyed by this.
What smells like wet dog? She just looks away. Yep. Paisa's in a bad mood. Her suit's fucked up.
All right. So what are you going to do? There is no sign of Edison.
Yeah. All right. I mean,
And I would say that you cannot be certain if you heard the whip crack of Ophelia's teleporting out or not.
okay. Okay, you both have suits on. Please get in contact with Ophelia. Make sure Edison's okay.
Colleen looks at her suit did it come with instructions? I don't know.
Yeah, you have to get a whole...
Hello?
No.
Hello?
Actually, when you say hello, a screen pops up.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh God!
How
Yeah.
can I help you? Sounds a lot like my butler.
Nice.
My
Valentine.
suit is a guy.
Valentine.
I feel violated.
No. Wait, is my suit a boy?
I'm sorry, Mum. How can I help you? I have a variety of services to provide.
Can we all hear this?
God!
Are you fully functional, suit?
I am fully functional,
Shut up,
thank you.
Paisa. We're looking for Eddie and Ophelia.
I'm sorry, Eddie. I do not recognize that name.
Edison Cornwall III.
Oh,
Mr.
would you like
Fancy
to
Pants.
open a communications channel, Edison?
Yeah, sure. Yes, please.
Very well, Mum. Hello?
Edison, Eddie.
Yeah. Ophelia, she's hurt.
Where are you?
We're at her flat.
All right. Well, we'll get there as fast as we can. Do you need to take? Should we take her to a doctor or something?
I'm thinking about, since I actually have MedLab at D6 as an asset that I bought
Oh.
with
Yeah, you do.
Nice.
I am going to take her to said MedLab. And,
Okay.
And I said, meet me here. I'm taking her to this medical laboratory.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Simon has taken off his mask and is just kind of walking,
Where are you?
just
Simon,
in
where are you
Yeah.
going?
some direction.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think she directly addresses you. She just kind of looks at Colleen, and then over towards Simon.
That is your did you say you said the lab thing over the
Yeah.
Where's the lab?
I basically give you GPS directions. I send them over.
Does the suit know how to read these?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
You know, all you have to do is talk to it. It'll do what you say.
I sort of figured that out. Does it have a name?
No, I figured you'd name it yourself.
All right. We'll be there as soon as we can. Hang tight.
I'll be worrying about... He just hangs up. He's kind of frustrated and worried.
So why don't we go ahead and deal with healing roll for Ophelia?
Okay. So I guess I'll use my D6 med lab.
And she is sitting on a D8 consequence.
Ouch. Okay.
Scars. All the girls have scars.
Everybody here has scars.
I like it.
All properties must be removed. And I believe that's it. I can't really use my power to any of this, and I don't have any relationship views, so that's what I'm using.
Let me deal with the difficulty thing. Okay, what'd you get?
I got a 9
I got an 8.
with a D10 consequence, or the D10.
Okay.
Trigger. And you can buy a D6 off me if you want to.
I will do that. They tell you that they're able to stabilize her. She's has severe internal injuries, so it's going to take some time, but that they expect that she'll be okay.
Okay. I'm basically sort of like waiting for these guys to show up and worried off my ass in some kind of waiting room, I suppose.
Okay.
Faiza, actually does end up kind of trotting after Simon. Simon? Are you okay?
what was the point of all that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
The switch didn't do anything. He set that bomb off before we even walked through the door. He was going to kill all of us and himself for what?
For what he believed in. For better or for worse. Look, I'm sorry. And obviously, I don't agree with anything that he said because, honestly, a lot of it was directed at me too. And he sucked. And, look, I'm not great at this, but I'm sorry. I really am.
Is Edison okay?
Yeah. Ophelia got hurt somehow, so they're at the med lab taking care of her. We should meet there.
Okay.
Do you still have your helmet on?
Probably. I was kind of imagining that this was happening like while I was talking with Edison.
Yeah.
So
Okay. And what is your suit's name? I'm curious.
Fiza, like your best friend? What?
What?
I have to think about it for a minute. See, I want to come up with a good name. So
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
we'll retcon that
We'll-
I call it whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then
That's fine.
trying to think of like the most Irish thing that I haven't used already.
Sears.
Pops up a news feed, like on the on the HUD, pops up, and it's dated. It's time stamped 30 minutes ago. Terrorist attack in Kensington destroys water treatment plant and claims the life of heroic retired detective, and the whole thing is blamed on X's.
Well, that's totally predictable, and I'm not even going to share that with anybody because I don't want anyone here to be upset by it, and I don't think anyone will actually be surprised when we think about it.
Fair enough. You're not wrong.
So I'm gonna like roll my eyes and like flip the thing.
Has a visor.
Put the visor. Move the visor. Yeah, push it back. And then like when I see them talking, like kind of like trot up to talk to them. They're over at Ophelia's flat, but they went to the medical laboratory, wherever that is. Evidently my suit knows where it is.
Okay. And she just kind of looks weirdly between you two.
Yeah. Colleen looks super worried. Exchanges a super worried look with Viza, and then we should probably go. Simon, are you up for that?
Yeah.
It's all right if you're not.
No, we should help. Just point the way.
Okay, suits, go.
Basically, just
And she gives you that look like,
Really? I don't know. It didn't come with instructions.
A highlighted path appears on the HUD,
Uh,
heading off kind of in that direction.
all right. Oh, it's this way.
When you turn it, centers.
There's like a line on the ground. You guys can't see it. See, all right, it's this way.
weird.
Are the suits networked?
yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Cool. I think I only have one eye covered.
Yeah.
Simon's actually holding his mask in his hand.
With your helmet on, and when you look at your helmet, you see the same news feed that she just saw a minute ago.
Okay. It was from half an hour ago.
Before the fight started.
Well,
He knew he was going to do this.
What?
Why would he do this? It doesn't...
Simon, let's get somewhere safe, and then we can think about it. Right now, standing up in the open is not a good idea.
I need people to know what he was.
Then let's get out of here so we can make that happen.
Can I spend a plot point to retroactively say something was true?
Yeah, that's exactly how plot points work.
That's one of the things you can do with plot point.
One of the features of the Sparky Mark I is that it records video and audio through the helmet.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. Actually, part of the write-up.
So, yeah, I go ahead and just upload his whole last soliloquy to the internet.
Nice. On top of that, I think the moment Faiza sees it like half in her head, she like, Lance, get your iPad. We need security footage of like everything around that's timestamped to prove that like this article came out before the water treatment plant went down.
Put some dice down.
Yeah. Sweet.
See, aren't you glad you didn't downgrade your
Yeah, that's
your
fair.
Lance
I'm
die
glad
now?
I have a full lamp.
A
I,
fully functional
it's
lance.
weird that I said it that way. Uh-oh, for truth. Oh no, that's not good for me.
I'm happy that I waited for Kimmy to go with the oh yeah.
Yeah, that's trash. That's a 9 and 2 1s that are both D8s if you want to buy them.
Okay.
Lame. Dice, what the hell?
Those are your actual dice.
Those are my actual dice. What are we doing, boys? I didn't warm them up. They're fresh and terrible.
Excuse me. Okay, so you are not able to get
Sorry.
clear video.
I'm 12. I'm like, you have to warm up your boys before you use them for your lance.
I do. Thank you for getting that. No one likes cold boys in their lance.
No?
No. Yeah, okay. Well, that's the first time that hasn't worked. Fuck.
But yeah, I'm using my powers / suit to like put, Peter being like, you're a thing, and this is, we'll all die together, and all that.
Nice.
Putting it, like, I guess, if I can put it on the news, even like just like get it as wide as possible, like blast it into people's emails account. I don't even know what I can do.
Yeah.
But as strong of a,
Let's put some dice down.
I had it ready to go. That's some numbers. That's a 13.
Okay.
A D12 effect.
Are you doing this while we go along the path?
Yeah.
What was your effect?
D12.
So you have an asset available. Revelations of the truth about Division X.
Cool. Is this for me to hold?
No, it's for everybody.
Okay.
It's out in the world. It's a thing you can make use of.
Nice.
Sweet.
You should probably set that to Chalmers too. She might know what better to do with it.
Oh yeah, she has. They all got it.
Everybody.
I'm fine with that. Okay, so then you guys were then headed to the med lab.
Yeah, I'll drive us.
So we'll just jump to that.
Cool.
And you arrive at the med lab. You find Edison in a waiting room, looking distraught, I think.
Yeah. He's sort of like pacing. He seems to be you see him sort of looking at a wall, just sort of like just rubbing his chin that's now stubbly because he hasn't shaved in a couple of days.
Aww.
And once he realizes you guys came in, he says, "Thank heavens, you're all well. Ophelia's in emergency care. They say that she'll be all right. Currently, she's in a coma. She sustained injuries from the explosion. Apparently, the shockwave passed through whatever portal it is she creates." Simon, are you all right? As he's muttering it, I just basically just hug him.
Aww.
Oh dang! I was gonna hug you. We were gonna hug each other.
Romance.
We're gonna hug it out.
Hug it out.
Cool.
Yeah, that's probably going to be like the breaking point for Simon, where he's going to just be like crying on the ground, pretty much. Edison gives him a hug, and it's the best. It's the best.
You're right.
What?
Amazing.
I didn't say that out loud.
Okay. Just because you look like
Didn't say it out. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not doing good times over here.
Yeah. Liza's a little uncomfortable because she's like, she's also like, I'm sorry I killed your dad, but also that I lied to you about you killing a dude. I just don't know what to do with you. Please be okay.
We're going to need to find out what our next step is going to be.
You do have the hard drives from the server, but they're not with you because they're
I left them
at
at the
Ophelia's.
flat. Perhaps we should reconnoiter back at the flat. There's something there waiting for us.
Well, I think it's all right if we take a bit of time and make sure Ophelia's all right.
She will be well or not. Our presence here will make little difference in that. I've been assured by the doctors that they are doing everything that possibly can be done.
Right, but if she wakes up, it'll do her good to see you.
There are elements. There are elements looking for us.
Right.
That put this facility in danger if we remain. I honestly think that our departure would be the better thing for her.
I can't argue with that.
Although I do agree with you that it would be preferable to me that the first thing she sees when she wakes is myself. But we have other matters to attend to.
Faiza quirks an eyebrow at that last line.
Mm-hmm. Kind
We-
of just like puts her hand on his shoulder and just,
I managed to preserve a couple of the server blades from the room. Perhaps we could extract some useful information from them.
from some knives you got.
The server blades are cartridge compartments that go into a server. They store data. So we have their information.
Oh,
so
you
we can
got
sift it.
computer bits.
We got computer bits.
Excellent.
Exactly.
That's very good.
Yes.
You got computer bits. It's good. It's important.
Thank you. Good. She's like not at all condescending about this. Like she barely understands computer shit. She's like, yeah.
And we're going to have a look at that suit now, aren't we?
Can you fix it?
I can try.
Please do. Well,
But let's go. There's equipment back at her flat and more things that we need to look at. So let's just be on our way and get this business done with.
All right. They have your number, though, right?
They do.
All right.
Okay. So we'll just jump over to Ophelia's flat because scene change.
Yeah.
When you arrive at Ophelia's flat, it's as you left it. Everything's fine. When you walk into the room, there's a faint humming sound, and a flicker of light appears, and a life-size hologram of Ophelia appears.
Oh. I'm shocked.
what the fuck?
Hello, Professor.
Ophelia.
Well, not really, of course.
Like,
The AI smiles.
please identify yourself, AI.
Oh, I am Ophelia's assistant.
And she made it look like herself?
Well, it was the most reliable 3D image that she had.
They say I'm vain.
They'd
Go.
be right.
There wasn't anyone else that she could scan.
Yeah, fair enough. I've seen her scanning Edison plenty.
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
Calling fist bumps Faiza.
Hey!
Ophelia is indisposed at the moment. We were wondering if you would lend us some assistance.
Oh, of course, Professor. That is why I was created.
Very good. We have a couple of server blades we need to extract some information from. What would be the best networking option we have?
Oh, that would be in the lab, in the laboratory.
Very good. I'll take. I pick up the 2 server blades.
A section of the wall shifts back and slides open, revealing a lift.
Come along. And all this, I'm completely unsurprised in the face.
Do you get your deposits back after doing something like that?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, they don't charge you for improvements.
Yeah.
Clayton's gonna like walk with Simon and just like take his hand and just like.
Simon will hold your hand, but he's like not in a communicating spot.
Right. It's more like, let's go. Like it's not like romantic hand holding. It's like caretaking hand holding. Like,
Yeah.
let's walk. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's more like checking it. Like we're going this way now. Come this way.
Are you doing any like emotional senses?
I don't think I probably need to. Like I feel like you're probably radiating quite a lot. I mean, are you trying to hide, or are
No.
you just like? Yeah. I feel like I would probably just know, especially if I touched you.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I would say it's turned from like sadness and confusion to a slow boiling rage.
Oh, good.
Cool. Faiza was inspecting some like very dainty, ugly tchotchke when the wall opened up, and she like turns and goes to put it back, but misses and drops it and goes, "Oops!" and just walks towards the lift.
Petty.
Okay. So the lift doors, descends quite some distance, and the doors open onto a fairly expansive area of Ophelia's lab.
My Ophelia, you've been a busy little bee now, haven't you?
Like, I'm the only one that just had a normal fucking house.
Mine's pretty normal.
Oh, that's right. You're not homeless.
No, thanks.
I thought I had a normal home.
Oh God. Like full stop. I was just like, fuck.
Although I appreciate your willingness to alleviate the strain, perhaps levity may be left for another time.
I mean, yeah.
So
Everything Simon does is just
It's so good.
So the AI Ophelia leads you over to a section of computer banks, and you can insert them there.
Right. I insert them, and I go, there's likely to be some high-level encryption in these. Have any software that might be able to assist me in that? Wink, wink.
I just like go for it.
Okay.
He's hitting on the AI and
I'm
he's
just-
about to grope it. I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we're real. We're right here.
Honestly, it would be a kind of nice break.
your microphone.
Sorry.
I tried to went to the side.
So let's put some dice down.
Okay. So I'm going to let Simon
Have
take
a
lead on
D8.
this
I
one.
won't
Yeah,
borrow
go
this.
for it. Take as many as you like.
I just need one. But yeah, I'm just gonna. It's just kind of like an automatic. Like, let's.
Give me that suit.
You're kind of like in like almost.
She's just gonna walk
like,
forward.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's like, I know this is a thing that I can do, so I'm going to try and do it to help my friends, I guess. 16 with a DA12.
Okay. Cool.
DA12.
Yeah, that's a thing.
You are absolutely able to get past their decryption because you've seen it before.
Yep.
And you're able to get to the information on the hard drives. And probably the most salient piece of information at the moment is the locations of Division X headquarters, which is a very remote facility in York, way up in the north of England.
That's gonna be like under Lance's.
I know, right?
Oh no!
I knew it.
That's right.
Nope. There's also the location of a safe house that is labeled High Command.
I relay this in a manner that is fact-based only. They have a house.
They have a number of facilities. Those are the ones that are salient.
Yeah. There's a house for high command, and there's the headquarters of Division X. So I assume your father will be at one of them.
Did you tell us that you put out that information?
You might know by now.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what? I think it popped up
Oh, yeah.
on
It's-
FISA's internal memo
It,
stuff.
among other things, have been all over the news feeds. Among them,
Twitter. It's mostly Twitter.
open. I mean, it's gone from being increasing, violence against, actually on violence on both sides, to increasingly violent clashes and probably open rioting and open warfare.
After that got released with about his dad?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right.
Are your kids okay?
I'm hoping so. I'm afraid to get in touch with them right now. But we trained him as best we could, and Sean's out there, so hopefully he's watching him. But maybe we don't have to go after your dad. I mean, we've already exposed Division X, that people now know that it's out there.
You don't think they're not going to keep coming after us now?
There's always going to be someone who's after us or hates us.
In order to repair what has been broken, they will seek us out.
But there's no repairing it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, there's always repairing it. You blame it on some functionary. You blame it on his father. He's already dead, easily enough. You change the name of Division X, turning it into something else. It still exists.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Even if we get rid of Division X, there's always going to be those who hate us.
This is our chance. It might not work, but it's a chance to stop this. We have to take it.
Yeah. We go to their headquarters. We blow that up. We go to their safe house. We blow that up too.
Well,
We take out enough of them.
Let's think of this logically.
Oh, okay.
We live in a chaotic world. A world that's governed by fools and religious idiots. A world that is full of hypocrisy and hatred. A world that tries to divide us instead of unite us. Perhaps Morgan had the right idea. Perhaps it is time for a new order. Perhaps it is time for someone else to stand up and try to fix this situation. We're killing the planet. We're destroying each other. We're murdering each other in the streets.
I think-
Maybe it's not a bad idea to try to
FISA was already walking over to hand over the van braces, and she just grabs your face like, whoa.
alter the status quo.
Okay, hold on.
Also, Simon is nodding along.
Yeah! We've radicalized our boys. Okay. Hey, buddy. I don't think... You know what? You think I would be on board for this? I'm the least on board for this.
Not the least.
Okay, she's a little bit more less on board with this. You don't have to come with us. You guys can stay here. You've done enough.
I think we need to... Yeah, I think Vice is right. We need to take a breath for a moment. We're very upset, all of us.
Well, no, I'm trying to discuss this rationally and logically. Now, what is the counterpoint? What is your moral opposition?
It's wrong, and it's going to kill a lot of people.
Well, most of the things, even the positive things that have happened in the world, have been due to the direct application of force. Actually, if you look at it historically, the only way to create any kind of positive change in the world is through the application of force.
Right, but most of the time it doesn't end up so positive. I don't have a lot of fancy degrees, but I know enough to know that.
Well, one would say that the end of World War II killed hundreds of thousands of people, destroyed entire cultures. But in the end, it led us to the development of rocketry, space exploration,
Right, but
nuclear energy.
But who in World War II was trying to start a new world order?
The Nazis.
Right. Do you think that was a good thing there, Eddie?
No, but the thing is, at the end of the process, what happened was the fall of the monarchies that still maintained. The old power structures fell apart. New power structures came into being, more democratic power structures. It ended up being a positive thing in the end, if you look at it from a global perspective.
Right.
Hey. Banana?
Yeah. I don't...
Can you banana them?
Excuse me, banana.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Can you calm them the fuck down, please? Use your power. This is a lot. Please.
I'm wondering, while this debate is happening, can Simon be gone?
No.
Can he sneak away without anyone seeing?
I mean, he can try.
I
He's
feel
gonna
like,
hold
yeah,
the doors.
Colleen's in here talking to you
Nah,
guys.
And you're in a room with only one elevator
Talking to
out.
Edison.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like she is, like, incredibly aware. Like, anybody who's ever had a crush on anybody knows, like, no matter what you're doing, you, like, have, like, crush bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Your peripheral vision will wrap around buildings to be like, my crush is yonder.
yeah.
But the simple reality of the matter is that there is a new kind of human being emerging. There isn't going to be a peaceful resolution to this. This is upheaval. This is a change in people's fundamental ideas of who they are and what the world is like. You cannot alter those easily or through conversation or compromise. Those things are going to come to the forefront, and we're either going to be instrumental in a positive resolution of it, or we will not be active in it. Those are our only choices.
Listen, when your brother was giving his speech at Tim's house, he was talking exactly about this. And as much as I disagreed with him at the time, I think he made a very, very good point. This could be violent and confusing, and it might result in a loss of life that we morally reject, but it's on us, everyone standing here and everyone that's actively rejecting the violence happening in the streets now, to try to be better. We don't have to repeat history, and you don't have to be as base as your father is. You can be more.
Right, you're
So
saying...
can you.
You're saying that we're not human. So why do we have to make the same mistakes that the humans made?
No, we are very human. I would call us human plus.
So why don't we be better than them? Why don't we make better decisions?
I'm still at a loss as to you have my promise that I will not act on my own, and whatever decisions the group comes to, I will follow. I am simply trying to put out alternate ways of thought that may be more useful than the ones that we've been pursuing in the past.
We all turn and look at Simon as he takes a breath to speak.
Well, if you won't all stop Division X, I'm sure I could find someone who will. And I start using my suit to put the location of the safe house and the headquarters of Division X out into the world for the Xers, for every other Gene X to see, like the dark web where Morgan and their people were talking about stuff, and if I have Sean's contact, it's going to him.
Sure.
The moment I see anything popping up on his HUD, I will crumple that fucking helmet.
It's going to be very difficult for you to intercept that.
Why?
Because there's really nothing visible from the outside. You think I'm going to design a helmet that's going to have all
is
kinds
he
of
wearing
flashing
the
lights about what
helmet?
he's doing? Are you wearing the helmet?
Well, he just put it out there for all of us to see.
Yeah.
Describe what you were doing.
No, I wasn't. I'm saying I don't have the helmet on now, and I'm going to put it on.
Okay.
and do this thing.
The moment you start to put it on, I'm gonna go. Let's
I don't
do.
think.
It's a little meta.
I don't think he could know until he did it.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm gonna
beautiful
ask
idea.
you, like, what are you doing?
Well, the
Wait for
world's-
you to describe it.
the- I'm going to say that we let everyone else decide then. Everyone's going to know exactly where this place is.
And at that point, I will go ahead and rip the front out of. Like, it can be after you get this thing done, but you're not going to have a front of your helmet anymore. What have you done? And
Well,
she's
let's put some dice down.
I want to see if you can stop me.
Yeah, I would like to.
Let's put
I
some
would like
dice
to
down.
try.
I don't want you to.
So,
Unless I want to do it after.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so good.
You want to put in the attempt.
yeah.
You can choose to drop all your die down and get a whole bunch of plot points for it.
No, I'll just see what happens.
Anybody else want some drink?
I'm good, thank you.
I mean, yeah, I'll start dropping dice.
You don't have to.
No, that's not a bad idea.
Let me ask you a question.
my
Is
shot.
what you want to have happen is for the destroy the helmet after he
Yes.
sends it?
Yeah.
Done.
Oh, but I want plot points. I mean, no.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm down.
Cool.
Done.
Sweet.
I have no problem with that course of action
Nice.
at all. Okay, so
So you know what's already done?
you rip the front of the helmet off,
Yeah.
and you see in the front of the helmet the information
Did I get to rip it off
appearing.
with my hands? This is better. I'm going to throw your ass against the wall. Keep the dice out. We're going to fight now. And she's just going to, like, check you against the wall, like, what have you done?
Colleen's gonna grab Fiza's arm and just like pull on her.
I'm going to do the elbow.
It's-
I don't want to.
It's great.
I'm going to. I'm going to, like, throw you off of me. Like,
Yeah.
back the fuck.
Okay.
Actually, she's going to pull you by your clattering.
Okay.
So
Here's
you're going to feel it pull so far back that it cuts you.
Okay.
and now we get down to the internal fighting.
Wait, is this really going to be a fight, though?
I mean, not really. It's going to be like 2 seconds. But this is fine.
I take the view that on a success you get what you want, not
Okay.
necessarily damage.
Okay.
Unless we get really mad.
I mean, Simon's done what he's wanted
Yeah,
to do,
exactly.
so
Sure.
I'm chill over here.
But I do want to like push him up against the wall and then like pull Colleen back.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has to be like a fight thing.
Well, I think we need some dice.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Sweet.
So you were acting, so you're going first.
Okay.
Can I have my D12 back? It's a sparkly one.
The sparky one.
I'm just gonna roll like hot trash. Okay,
That's a 10, though.
Wait, what? Oh shit! Sweet, it's a 19.
I'm going to roll like trash.
It looked like a 2 from here. I was like, oh, cool.
Kinda did.
That looked like a 2 and a 3, and I was like, I think I rolled a 5, y'all. Okay, that's a 19 with a D10 effect.
I'm going to let you two describe this real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Good job, dice.
Oh, I did not. Yeah, I did not beat her. Yeah, I got a 13 with a D10.
Sweet.
So you win, so you get to describe it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I think Faiza, because like originally physical was her best stat. I think she actually manages to like slide Simon up a little more than you expect, and like when she backhands like in your direction, she doesn't want to hit you. She wants to like push you off of her arm. Like she does a combination of like pushing you away, but also like pulling you by your necklace. So I don't like cosmetically it might be like a little cut. I don't want it
It's
to be
fine.
like I did a bunch of
Oh, I
damage
love
to you.
the drama of that.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So
And I think she's gonna punch the wall next to Simon's face.
Okay.
nice. Very good.
Sweet. Yeah, it'll be that.
Cool.
So Colleen's gonna like fall back. Yeah, and she's got like a little bit of blood on her neck and the clottering's out. Faiza, hitting him's not gonna make him any. Isn't gonna calm him down any. That's not helping.
He was supposed to be better than this. You all were. You're a fucking disappointment. And she like drops Simon and backs away.
Okay.
I feel bad like doing this. Yeah.
We'll pause for a moment.
Yeah. All the time she like called him a mean thing. This is
Yeah.
the first one she really meant.
So Colleen got thrown back, and like the claw rings out, and she's bleeding, and she basically told Faiza to like, you're not helping, you're making him more upset.
Yeah.
And then you can say your last line again.
Yeah, and then my reaction to that. Well, I punched the wall next to your head, by the way.
Yeah.
Fuck her lab or whatever. And she says, you were supposed to be better than this. You all were. You're a fucking disappointment. And then she like backs off and walks towards the other side of the room.
This is too big for us to decide. This belongs to everyone like us.
She's not responding to you anymore.
Colin walks over to Simon to just make sure he's okay. She doesn't have anything to say to him. She doesn't know what to say.
Okay, so, by the way, the Ophelia AI is named Josie.
Oh, Josie.
Okay.
Josie.
Well, this is out in the world now, so I mean, you started this, so I suppose we have to finish it. We can't just let a bunch of angry extras trying to be heroes showing up. They won't know won't know what they're facing.
Any blood on the streets now is on your fucking hands. Just like Anders is. Yeah.
The kids, son of a bitch. Colleen's gonna go and turn and pull out her phone and start trying to call Sean.
Okay. We've got a couple of things we need to do real quick. So you wanted to try to repair
Yes, I
her
did.
suit. So you can do that with Josie's help.
Yay, Josie.
So Josie is basically, she gives you an Ophelia die, but only in the lab.
Right. Okay. Sounds good. La 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 la.
Don't have to be mad with my friends.
Okay. I kind of resign myself all of this ending horribly.
Yeah, right.
Oh, just wait.
That's a 12.
That's a 12 with a D12 effect.
Okay. And we stepped you down, what?
From
I was
a
down
You're
to a
down
4.
2 dice? You're down 2 dice right now?
No, it was a D10 before.
Yeah. D10 to D8 to D6 to D4. So you're down 3 dice.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
I had a 12 with a D12 effect.
Okay. Your stakes were 15.
I will spend a plot point to make that a 17.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. So that will restore your suit back to a D10 condition.
Sweet.
So that's did. And as you were working on the suit, Jesse says, "Oh, it's finished, Professor."
What's finished?
At that point, around the periphery of the work area where there are 4 cylinders, very large, and one of them slides open, revealing the new suit.
Oh, sweet. I'm like, oh, wonderful. And it's very similar to these two guys' suits in that it's constructed about the same material, but the helmet's radically different. Think more Black Manta.
Nice.
It has a very wide disc.
It's a bit more slender now.
It's a little bit more slim, but you can see that there's all kinds of sensor arrays and stuff all over it. And the suit also has a large backpack that connects to the helmet.
Nice.
And I go and I give you back the bracers. I was like, I guess I'll work on the helmet now.
And then she looks at your suit and is like, you do have a suit.
Ophelia thought it proper that I have one. This is what we're doing to each other now. You understand this? We've let this corrupt this. And that makes me very sad. Perhaps we aren't making the best choices. Perhaps we're being rash. Perhaps we're being overly emotional, but who can blame us at this point? I want to do what's right. I'm just confused as to what it is. And I don't want to do anything that'll hurt anyone, but I don't see a way out of it where that's possible, since so many have already been hurt. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I go to the hologram, and I love you. But none of what I feel can make any difference. I want to make a difference. I want to make this right. I don't know how to do it. And I'm afraid that we're losing everything because we don't. So I'm going to concentrate on fixing this helmet for right now, and then maybe we can talk a little bit more rationally later. And he just basically just starts pulling stuff out.
Your stakes are 13.
Okay.
Colleen's just gonna like. She's not gonna hug him because she realizes he needs to like hold it together, but she's gonna like put a hand on his shoulder, and she's very specifically not using her powers on her friends because she doesn't feel like that's fair. Like if they get to the point where they're like gonna hurt themselves or hurt each other, like she probably will. But for those listening at home who are wondering, like, why doesn't she just fix everybody's feelings? It's like,
Because you don't do that.
yeah,
That's how you treat friends.
yeah, well, and it doesn't last. So the minute they will realize what's happening, and feel violated, and then
Yeah, it's a violation. If
Yeah.
you, I mean, you know.
unless they're asking, like, hey, could you make me feel better? Like,
Yeah. It's like, make me forget.
yeah.
All right.
I see a 14.
Yeah, 14.
With a D10?
With a D10.
Cool.
Nice.
So you're able to repair the helmet. Apparently, when she ripped it off, she really just like
Popped
popped
over the
the
unit.
seals that hold the faceplate on.
Now, if we can avoid making unilateral decisions from now on, maybe that might be appreciated. But what is done is done. And honestly, I don't think that this is as bad a thing as we think. This is just truth. It's information. It's out there now.
Can we retcon the thing for like right now is when she like Colleen's like the kids.
Yeah.
Sure.
Perfect.
Right.
So
And so you wanted to reach out to Sean.
yeah, you guys can keep talking, but she's gonna like. That's the first time where she kind of like gets annoyed, and she probably flashes Simon like a little bit of an angry look, and like kind of like walks off to make a phone call. And yeah, call Sean. Ding ding, ring ring, ring ring, ring ring on the phone.
Is he still in the
I'm a bit
hospital?
busy right now.
Right. Do you know where the kids are?
Aye.
All right.
I told them all to go to ground.
All right. Well, you got to get in touch with them and tell them there's a whole bunch of stuff on the internet now that tells where they can find Division X, and I don't want them going after them.
I'm on it, boss. I've
All
already
right.
taken care of it.
Thank you, Sean. All right. I should have known, but you can't blame me for knowing.
That's an
Are you
ambiguous
all right?
language.
Yeah. We're a bit.
The news is saying that you and your friends murdered some detective and destroyed a water treatment plant.
Right. Well, when was the last time you trusted the news?
I was about 5.
Yeah. It was like the apartments we were in the other night. That's like the stories were actually out before it even happened.
I'd tell you to stay safe, but I know you better than that.
I think it's a bit late for that. Hey, take care of yourself and the kids, all right?
I will.
Like no matter what happens.
Don't you go getting killed or anything.
Do my best.
The world would be a less bonny place without you.
Well, there'd be a lot more whiskey for you though. Yeah.
He pauses, pointing
Yeah.
and then chuckles.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be as much fun to drink.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later. Hang on. Come back over.
Yeah. Nice. I don't think Faiza said anything in the intervening time.
Simon's just kind of like sitting in a corner.
Yeah. I think we're both on like timeout right now.
Yeah.
Just timeouts. Listen to what Edison had to say, and then went to timeout.
Yep. Same.
All right. This is ridiculous.
Holding her van braces.
Well, Miss Kenny. All right. All right. This is ridiculous. The only reason that the 4 of us are still alive is because we've hung together. And we can't give up on that now, especially when things are more dangerous than ever. I know we disagree on how to go about things, but we're friends and we care about each other, and we've got to keep it together right now. This is when we need each other the most.
I think she sees the blood on your neck and like looks away from you. Like very guilty.
Yeah. In like my head in the movie, like you see the blood on my neck and you feel guilty. You see the clotter ring hanging around the neck and you feel guilty.
Cool.
Are you done with the helmet,
Aye.
Edison?
I'm done with the helmet.
Very nice job. Thank you for keeping your head about you.
I think that what we might want to do is maybe find these places not to destroy them, but to seek out information on how Division X has been plotting the violence and promoting it. If we can prove that they're at the core of these so-called terrorist attacks, we'll be able to summon up the authorities and perhaps take care of this in a more tasteful manner.
Well, we should definitely send the information we've got to
Superintendent Chalmers.
to Chalmers.
Detective Inspector?
Yes.
Yes.
To Chalmers. And at least for safekeeping. That way, no matter what happens to us, there's at least something that can be done.
I agree.
She's gonna make very careful eye contact with Simon and very careful eye contact with Fiza, and then eye contact with Edison. We've got to go and take care of this now. And I, for one, if I'm going to die today, I don't want to do it cross with y'all. If you want to die angry at me, Simon, that's your prerogative.
What authorities are going to protect us after this?
Simon, they've never protected us.
Exactly. You're right.
So
Yes.
nothing's changed for most of us.
Yeah. So
So we go take care of these people to protect the rest of the Xers. Now, we don't want a bunch of people who haven't ever been in a fight or haven't ever faced them showing up angry. Because then it will be what they're calling us. We will be the criminals.
We had no problem using Direwolf as our cannon fodder and her friends.
They knew what they were getting into. They made that choice themselves. We told them the plan and they made that choice. It's different going in a soldier knowing the choice than these people who've never faced them. They had the plans and they had the schematics just like us. It's different.
I just remember a Colleen that would have scoffed at the idea of having the justice system handle this as much as Simon is now.
I don't think they will. That's the backup plan in case we die, and I trust in Chalmers because she's one of us. That's different than trusting just the random fuzz. But
Then
we
I see-
can't let a bunch of kids like the Steves, who all want to be heroes, finding this on the internet and going these places.
Then we must move quickly.
Is there a big center of unrest?
Yep. Actually, there are a couple, but there's
I want the biggest one. We're going there first.
okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the shopping mall.
Cool.
All right.
We're gonna go to Piccadilly Circus and calm it the fuck down.
Your beard's touching your mic.
Oh.
That helped. Thanks. All right. Don't stop pulling on it. Stop helping. All right.
Okay. So you go to the shopping mall.
Are we doing that? Did everyone agree? I feel like I just suggested the thing.
Maybe if you let us know what you want to do at Piccadilly.
yeah.
There's a massive riot about to boil over there, and there's only one person in the group that can stop it.
I can try.
We'll be with you.
I mean, it would save lives. Both X and human.
I'm perfectly willing to try.
All right.
You don't have to go, Simon.
No, Simon will come along.
Right.
Sure. And she just takes
Yeah.
off.
All right.
I think she hasn't quite resolved this yet.
So we'll,
Maybe someone's a loose cannon.
He's a cop on the edge. It's so good. No, internally, I'm just that's I'm like, I think I'm still mad though.
okay, so we'll jump to Piccadilly Circus. And outside, there are two large groups of people. And they're not Division X paramilitary. It's just people.
People. Yeah.
Just people. But there's two groups. And since some of the ones in this group over here don't look fully human. Because not everyone looks. Who's an ex
There's some
looks fully
Morlocks
human.
in there. We got
There's
it.
some Morlocks. It happens. But there's a lot of yelling and back and forth. There are a couple of figures that are down with some degree of injuries, in between. But it doesn't look like a total, melee has broken out quite yet.
Right.
But you can, as you approach, you can tell from the emotions that it's about to happen.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
And this is why we can't just unleash people without any training, without any knowing. Like, even at least with Ox, we had some training in them. They know how to control themselves a bit.
kind of like the timer. It's a D8. Rising tide of anger. And if you remove it from the table by cutting it down, then you've diffused the situation. If it exceeds 12, then melee breaks out.
Oh, good.
No stress, no pressure.
All right. So yeah.
So you have arrived on this scene, looking very superheroic in your super suits.
I'm not wearing my super suit. I have normal FISA clothes on, and she's gonna go walk into the normal people crowd.
Okay.
The cool thing about your super suit is that you could wear it and not wear it.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yep. It's under, like, the van braces are, like, under a turtleneck.
I probably have my denim jacket over mine just because
Okay.
I'm folksy.
So I think that's just part of the look.
Yeah, it is. Just like
part of the
with denim jacket.
look. The super suit with jacket
denim
over it. It's
jacket.
very roguish.
It's very
Yeah,
cute.
Very rogue.
Yeah.
Very roguelike.
Yeah.
So is Edison in super suit mode or in tweed mode?
He's going to be in super suit mode.
Nice.
Okay. And Sparky?
You don't want me in the middle of this right now.
Actually, why don't you and I sit back over here and let the ladies take care of this? If you need us, call.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Simon is. Yeah, he's gonna know that he can't get involved with this right now,
Okay. All right. Cool.
which is about the only self-awareness he's showing.
So you're walking. So
Colleen's-
you're doing what?
Colleen, really quick, as you guys take care of him, Andy. I'm gonna walk casual, terribly, and just to kind of go to the side, like just so I can kind of see everything. I'm not like gonna walk in the middle of the crowd because that would be terrible.
I totally had this picture of Colleen walking right up the middle between the two groups.
I feel like she's gonna be off to the side because she knows she's 100% able to fail this. This is a lot of people, and emotions are very, very high, and her emotions are also super not in control.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think there's not the confidence level to Moses in the Red Sea.
Okay.
But she's gonna hold that clattering and just try and push everything out of her mind and take a breath and just try and
Okay.
just put out.
There's, like I said, there's a lot of yelling going back and forth. There is a certain amount of fear of the other side
Yeah.
on both sides, as well as the anger
Right.
going on.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Nice!
So
10, 10,
20
9, 9, 8, 7.
Yeah. So 20 with a D12 effect.
Holy beans.
Okay. You definitely have their attention, and we'll.
Oh, I don't want their attention. I want them to slowly, it's almost like a fog. You
Yeah.
don't see it, but it just kind of
Sure.
permeates the crowds, and they just find themselves calmer
Okay.
and thinking more logically.
Okay. So I'm gonna back it down to a D6.
Okay.
And so there.
If I spend a plot point, can it go farther down? If it becomes a 29 with a D12?
It's the D12
Okay.
that makes it. You can't make it.
Better than a D12.
That is great dice, by the way.
That is a spectacular
Holy
roll.
schmoly.
Will never happen again.
so-
But that's a
Don't
good
say
moment.
that.
They're
Say that forever.
they go from imminent violence to they just really don't like each other.
Yeah. That's
It's
good.
really kind of
That's cool.
where they are right now. the other thing is that their attention is fully focused on you.
All right. What?
Because you stand,
Yeah.
Oh, she's on the side.
Can I say that I have my guitar with me?
Noise.
I love you.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely.
The music will change the world.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
So I'm gonna do the only thing I know what to do in this moment because I'm not as good speaker.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start singing a folk song about like good things, happy things that I can't think of one right now.
That's okay.
Sweet.
That's
Right.
okay.
While you're doing this, Faiza's pushing towards the center where people are actually clashing,
Yeah.
and she wants to grab every bit of metal that's being used for a weapon and stop it.
Okay.
That was what I was doing.
Okay. Let's.
All right. Yay! Fudge dice.
I don't know if it's the dumbest or the funniest thing I've ever done in a game.
All right, that's a 10.
I dig it.
And a holy
Ooh,
shit.
nice.
So
Yeah, that's a 22
with a D10.
D10 effect.
Sweet. So yeah, there's no piece of metal in the area that's going to move
Fuck
because
yes.
you specified you were going to. So
Yeah.
you have locked everything down.
Yep. Listen to the song.
I am shutting down all comms in this area. Nobody's going to get a cell phone call. Nobody's going to get anything.
Does that affect our suits?
Nope.
He's doing it.
Because your suits are.
Does it affect the rising tide of violence at all?
Maybe.
We'll see. Maybe.
I rolled really good.
Oh no, it doesn't. That just impacts their ability to do harm to one another.
Yeah, it quells the rising tide of violence.
I suck compared to you guys. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Oof.
So
So
that
D8?
is an 8 with
Okay.
a D8 effect, and you can buy a D10 or a D1 or a D6 from me if you want.
I see a stack of plot points down there, so I'm not. We've only got we've got an hour and a half to go.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I turn on my comm for Sparky to hear my happy song too.
Okay.
And I want to record this.
Okay. All right. So they don't like each other. They don't trust each other. But they're not. For reasons they cannot explain. They no longer feel the need to practice imminent violence.
Super fucking confused by this weird woman singing.
And it's just very confusing to all of them. They're like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Fantastic.
Kumbaya what?
Yeah.
That actually, let me just diffuse that situation right away. And I think the crowds are going to start to break up. They still don't like each other. They still don't trust each other.
Yeah.
But
Even my songs can't fix that.
they,
Yeah, I'll get that.
the violence is not the answer in this moment. Okay.
All right.
And I think that in addition, there were news crews
Oh god.
here.
Okay, great.
Because this was impending riot about
Yeah,
to
no,
happen.
that makes
So
sense.
there were news crews, and
Think about it.
all of this was captured on and is now on the news feeds.
Okay. Plus the music gives an excuse for why they chilled out maybe.
Yeah.
A little magic bars.
Yeah, that's fun.
Sure, why not?
Well, I think the subtext of that particular story is going to be that X's arrived on the scene of this riot and diffused it. Protecting everybody, human and X alike.
Yeah. It's like X shows up at riot, panhandles,
She busts the fuck out of this riot.
trying to profit off imminent violence.
No,
Human statue stops riot.
if you had failed,
treasure
if you had failed, that might be it. But no, the text of the news feed is that X's arrived on the scene of this riot, of this impending riot, and diffused it.
Yeah. I was just joking. I didn't
No,
actually
we're good.
do that.
We're all good.
All right.
So that happened. Shortest scene ever.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that was my largest audience yet.
while we're chilling, I'm gonna see if anything happening at Division X headquarters now that I've given that out to everybody. And
There are news crews trying to gain access to the headquarters.
okay.
And the safe house, and in the news feed is the news report believes that the ultimate head of Division X is at the safe house.
Interesting.
All you need is love.
I think once it starts breaking
Yeah.
up, like Fize actually comes over and like stands with you as you finish your song.
Several people tried to leave with their weapons, and they're like,
No, leave them. Yeah, as she walks by, she's like, "Don't fucking leave it. Just leave it.
You're like the bride. Leave them. They belong to me.
They're all mine now."
well, it's just the fact that it's like in midair and it won't move.
Yeah. Drop it. Drop it.
They do.
Sweet.
Is there gonna be another bromant? I don't want to like trample on it.
I mean, I'm not going to relay this to Edison just yet.
As you finish your song and like the crowd peters out, all of the weapons scattered across the ground like suddenly clatter together in one like massive like inner like super tightly compressed ball. And she leaves it there.
Corporate art, very nice.
Yeah. Ooh, I think I see a filling in there.
Oi.
Might have been a bit much.
Somebody planned to bite somebody.
Oops. Tricky bit.
Those are expensive.
That poor guy with the pacemaker.
Oh no!
That's fine. There were already like 8 people on the ground. I don't know which ones I caused. It's fine. And she just pulls out her phone and like casually starts like flipping for like ambulances for the people on the ground. He's very calm about it.
Yeah. Right.
All right, boys. What
Head
you
back
doing?
up to the boys slowly as
Yeah,
to
giving
interrupt
them
any
time.
Like, I love this picture of Colleen. You know, super suit, the jacket, and her guitar slung over her,
Yeah.
over her shoulder.
I think that's accurate.
I just, it's a look.
It's like the cyberpunk rocker class.
You know what? I would say that Simon would be pretty affected by that, and I think he'd come to meet Colleen after that.
Faiza gives him the dirtiest look ever.
Not even paying attention.
It's fine.
Hand in the face.
Little punk bitch.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Well, hopefully we save some people. She
Thanks
looks
for
like
the
very, not like suspicious, but like worried, like the dubious worried, like you kind of give someone when you're like, are you gonna freak out? Like worried.
Faiza just shoulder jostles past him and goes, "Thanks for the help, peace cop," and then walks away. I'm not gonna make it better.
Dirty look at Colleen. As you leave, Colleen just
That's
gives
fair.
you the dirtiest look. All right, you made the right decision.
I'm sorry.
You're upset.
I
It's
didn't mean to
understandable.
put the kids in danger.
I know. You weren't thinking. We all act like that sometimes. I've done plenty of stupid things in my time. You know, some of them.
Like Simon. What?
No!
No. Look,
But you're a good person, Simon, and you can't let things like this change that.
how do we end this? How can we stop this on a larger scale?
Simon, we can't.
Then
We can't stop people from feeling what they feel. Trust me. And if they hate us, they're going to hate us. We just have to prove to those who haven't made up their minds yet that we're not bad. Hopefully, eventually, those people outnumber the other ones.
but people like my father and Edison's father have so much power.
Right.
One of them is gone.
But there's also good people. Like, what's that girl's dad's name?
Like, what's
Lord
their name?
Sperling.
Lord Sperling.
Like Lord Sperling, who changed his mind. People can change their minds. You just have to give them good reason to do so.
But how many of us are going to end up like Anders and other names?
Emily and
Emily and Leo.
Well, some of us. Some of us were. That was happening before Division X, long before Division X too. People did terrible things. People do terrible things to each other. That's not going to ever change.
But if we have the opportunity to cut off the head and, I don't know, make the changes in that time while our enemies are in disarray.
Right, we can stop Division X, but what I'm saying is there's always going to be people like Division X.
Then that means that after this is over,
Did you come over?
Oh, were you
Fight.
Yeah.
eavesdropping?
we keep fighting for what is correct and what is just until our last dying breath.
Or perhaps,
Until we
can't believe I'm about to say this, but perhaps we try things a more peaceful way too. See, we can all learn and grow from the story. But Lord Sperling has made more difference than any of our punching and fighting. So with his votes alone, if we can change more minds like his, that might be our, in the long run, the best bet.
the vote would have already passed if it wasn't for certain subterfuges and tricks that were performed by our counterparts in the other X team. Nothing that developed from that was natural, and the only
Right.
reason that he changed his mind is because he was backed into a corner to do so.
No, if he'd found out about his daughter earlier, that could have easily happened without.
Maybe.
Or he could have been like my father.
That's possible too.
Either way, as these things come up, we take care of them. But we can't put people without the resources and skills that we have in harm's way to do it. For now,
Speaking of which, we should probably get to moving so that we can beat all these. Or I guess the newscrews are already there, huh? Never mind.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
where do we?
Never mind.
Which one do we go to?
Let's go to the safe house.
Well, the
It's
news.
less remote.
I was trying to give you a method.
I mean, the news crews are already there and were wanted. So
Edison, if I knew where your father was, would you want to go there or would you want to go somewhere else?
I think that confronting him directly would probably be the most... would probably serve to have the most immediate effect.
good effect or bad effect?
Effect.
Maybe we can just speak to him. Perhaps we could convince him that what he's doing is a waste of resources.
Well,
I've never had much effect on the man, but I'm willing to speak to him.
well, I'm pretty sure I can.
Well, let's give it a try.
And now I relay I know where he is.
Yay!
Okay.
Well, that is our other course of action.
What?
We can just simply go to the HQ.
Well, yes, taking care of that. But if we can't change people's minds and how they feel with logic or with their daughters,
Yeah.
it was something I wasn't willing to do before. But if it saves lives, it might be worth it. Doesn't last forever, but it's always a plan B, I suppose.
I think Faisal walks over and grabs Edison's hand and just says, whatever happens in there, just make sure you're sure of what you're willing to do. Because there's things you can't take back. And she looks dead-ass serious at you.
And he looks very seriously back at you, and he goes, "The irony of this statement does does not pass me by.
Take it from someone who knows way too well.
Thank you so much for being my moral compass. I will not do anything I regret. I promise.
She just gives like a weak smile and backs away.
But if he does anything to hurt any one of you, the gloves come off.
Okay. So you're going to the safe house?
Yep.
Is that?
That's the
Zip
plan.
bop a doo bop bop.
Cool.
Okay, so we'll jump to the safe house.
Yes.
And when you arrive, there are news crews, but they're being kept well back by Division X paramilitary. And there are quite a few Division X paramilitary.
All right.
Sweet.
I'm gonna go over. Is there a particularly famous news crew there somewhere?
Channel 5. Dallas
BBC,
Reigns.
BBC News.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go over to them and ask the anchor, who's probably on camera.
Well, it's not the anchor, but it's,
Yeah, whoever it is, the
the
reporter.
reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reporter
I don't
gets
actually
very
watch the news,
Yeah,
so-
right.
the reporter gets very excited when
Yeah.
when she sees
Yes.
you.
Could you do me a favor?
Of course, yes. Why are you here?
Is she
Why?
gonna take her guitar off? Would you hold this for me? Keep it safe.
Sure.
Thank you. And then she's gonna walk away.
But why are you here?
Just keep walking. Dramatic walk.
I think Faiza does the dramatic walk through the crowd of newscasters, but is using all the metal in them to push them away from her, so she has the Mean Girls slow-mo moment. And then she clacks her van braces together, and it goes all orichalcum colored, then matte black, and then she pulls herself onto the top of the building. Just yeah, I'm a fucking X. Let's do this.
Okay.
Tony's gonna trot after, much less cool.
No, yours was cool. You just told.
Hold my guitar, please.
That's so good.
All right. So you're going to the top of the building.
That's
Wait,
where
no one's stopping us.
Well, actually, the paramilitary guys are going to try to stop you.
Okay.
That's why she tried to power jump over them. I'm not dealing with this. This is below
As
my
soon as
comfort.
you clack your and do the change thing, they're going to open fire
Okay.
on you because you're obviously hostile.
Yep.
Ex-terrorists here to
Yep.
So we'll just do that.
Sweet. Fucking bring it.
Colleen doesn't follow you all the way then.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, guns. I don't.
She was kind of trying to
Yeah.
make a scene. So if you guys want to do subterfuge
So we'll do
things,
that.
Cool.
And then there is a mechanical sound as two probably 12-foot tall mechanical robots tromp around the corners of the building with autocannons
Sweet.
aimed at you guys.
Nice. I mean, I'm hoping we were all split up at the time.
Yeah.
So
Gonna tank for the group real quick.
so
I'll
those
see
are going to
you guys
happen.
inside.
And since you precipitated, you get to go first.
Sweet. As she's bounding, because that's the thing I already established.
Right.
The moment she sees those Robo Boys come out, she's just gonna try to crumple them. They're made of metal. Of course. I'm the only one whose power is actively countered the entire time. This is good.
Oh no,
All
I'm
right,
not.
what are they made of?
Ceramic.
Okay, that's,
I'm not done with
makes
that.
sense.
My power doesn't work against robots either, if it makes you feel better.
I mean, I'm sure there's people inside. Okay, well, she's just gonna jump and try to avoid it,
Sure.
hardening parts of her suit to just sort of take the fire
Okay.
and hit the.
You said there was a fence, though, right?
Oh yeah, there's a fence.
Yeah, I jumped up and over it. All right, I don't know what you want. Just
It's made of metal.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, the fence.
Oh, good.
The fence is
Something's
made of metal.
metal.
The
All
fence
right.
is made of metal.
Sweet. Then she's gonna try to wrap people, wrap the part of the fence around these
Sure.
boys with guns. Yeah,
Sure.
and throw.
You can do that.
Sweet.
I like it.
Boop, boop, boom. There we go. Oh, that's a 17.
15.
And you can buy a D8 if you want.
Okay.
17 with a D12 effect.
Wow, they have an 11. So you get to add a D12 hero die.
Nice.
And you have a what effect?
D12.
Okay. And this was around the troops?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Did I make it to the roof?
Oh, yeah. You land on the roof.
Cool.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Who goes next?
Let's go. Simon, what you doing?
So have the troops been wrapped up in a metal fence?
Yeah. At least to some greater or lesser degree, yes.
It's like a big net.
Interesting. So as I'm walking towards the house, it's just kind of a hand on the fence and
Oh my god. We're such badass.
everything I have into it.
And
is
10 million volts of electricity.
all the volts.
Too many Christmas.
So many volts.
Okay.
Just right in there. So delicious and tasty. That is 15 for now.
They have a 19.
Just a 21 for now.
Okay.
Yeah. Just 21 for now.
With a D12 effect.
Okay.
D12.
Damn, Gina. That was very good.
All right. Cool.
Like, really? All the votes?
All of them.
They
All four of them.
they are screaming because they're now being electrocuted so they've gone in half a round from D12 to a D8. So you are making waste of the poor little Division X paramilitary troops. Who goes next?
They should have fucked up.
I mean, from the roof, Fize is like, I've never been more turned on than that group in my life.
I thought you were mad at me.
I can be both. I can split my ailer and feel both.
The two
ways.
things,
No,
the two
you don't have
things
to-
are synonymous.
Yeah,
for
you can be pissed off and turned on.
Yeah,
These are not
that
separate
happens
things.
Absolutely.
all the time to a Brie. Damn it.
Have you missed the descriptions?
Yeah. Everything. Always. Sorry.
So who goes next?
Edison?
Okay.
Edison is going to create a gravity bubble around the entire house and lift it about 800 to 900 feet in the air. We need to have a conversation in private, and all these other people shouldn't be around.
Okay. All right. So
Delicious.
Son of a bitch.
we'll deal with that in a minute.
Ah, shit.
I think you need a
There's a 17.
15.
He did it.
Yeah.
17 with a D12 effect. You could buy a D8 off me if you want.
I'm good. We're not. Okay.
So basically, I just...
So you
I
rip the house out of the
Yeah,
ground.
I basically come floating in from the sky, and I go, pardon. and then you're standing there, and I just
Yeah.
come to meet you.
Oh,
I think you are close enough to the house
That's
at this
very
point that it picks you up with it.
I wasn't going to be.
Okay, that's fine.
yeah. I like
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm totally good with calling on the ground, going.
Oh, man.
Simon's also on the ground, I guess?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So who goes next?
Let's have the paramilitary guys go.
Okay. Poor little D8 paramilitary guys. They are going to try to extricate themselves from their electrified prison.
Okay.
What did you have? What was your effect die a minute ago?
D12.
Yup.
Okay. Well, they have a 16 with a D12 effect.
Okay.
So they're going to be able to extricate themselves, but they're still just a D8.
Hmm.
But that's their action for this time. And I think we will have the battle mechs go next.
Hey, girl, hey. I'm just a musician. Did you see the guitar? Like
They're
it's
just
all-
divas. Throw some Doritos at them. They'll be so busy. Some Mountain Dew.
They're going to open fire on all of you.
I mean, like, I'm still back with, like, the news crews. Are they firing on the news crews?
That's a fair point. Yeah,
That's a fair point. No, they wouldn't be.
Okay.
I'm
They
the only
would be.
one.
They would be firing on the three of them.
Because the news crews are pretty close. Like, in my
900
picture.
feet in the air. Are
They're
they
in the
aiming for us?
sky. I'm on the
They're shooting at
ground.
us. I'm just going to take a step back.
Yeah, right? We just back off the roof and let them hit the building.
Well, let's see if you can do that. Your stakes are a 16
Okay.
with a D12 effect.
Sweet.
Okay, just to be clear,
Yeah.
2 of them are in the sky. One of us is on the ground. One of us is with the news.
Well, the news crews were being pushed back by the paramilitary, so I was picturing them, like, being really close nearby.
No, they're pushed back, 100 yards easily from where the house
Because
was.
I was picturing the paramilitary
The
people
paramilitary set
pushing
up a
them back.
cordon around the house, not letting anybody get close.
Okay. Well, I probably would be closer than that then once I hand off my guitar.
It's fine.
No, I'm gonna spend the plot point.
Paparazzi, like, around the house.
Yeah, right. And get it up.
Oh,
to-
they're filming the
A
shit out of
19.
this.
Yeah, figured.
Right. 19 with a D12 effect.
Okay. You evade.
I step back.
Gunfire.
I'm skating. Skate on out of there with a 16.
Heck yeah.
Simon skating. They hating.
Do you
Yeah.
you're not buying dice
I hate
anymore?
your skates.
What do you got? A D10?
Yeah.
I'll buy a D10.
That's a cute one to buy.
I'll take that.
I'll take that for $1.
Yeah, you got it.
I got a 16 with a D10 effect.
Okay. So you're able to avoid their gunfire, and that leaves Colleen to go next.
Question, really quick. Are you wearing your helmet right now?
Yes.
I am. We all. I
I
assume.
figured we're all suited up.
I am.
Yeah. Faiza's going to take this opportunity while we're on the roof together, and she's going to take your helmet off and kiss you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yep. Sweet. This is a bit much, but I'm impressed. And then, like, puts your helmet back on. And then, like, looks over the side to see what our friends are doing on the ground.
There's a bunch of mechs just sort of...
Yep.
Skate.
All right.
Skating. That's a very funny idea from the top.
So the news crews are back. Like, they're not in danger.
Not in imminent danger.
Okay, all right. Because that was going to be my thing. I was going to get them out of there. But all right. Then I'm going to start moving forward. Do I sense any people in the mechs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Then, yeah, I will hit them with a bunch of claustrophobia.
Ooh, that's really good.
I'm getting better at this.
I like that. Oh, yeah.
So dumb.
Colleen!
22.
22 and a
D10 effect.
10 effect.
Wow.
You could buy a D10
and
if
buy
you
a
want.
D10, please.
And it wasn't a question. It was just, if I made D10.
Just
I'll buy your D10.
buy it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we will step down the battle mechs to a D10. Because I rolled a 1. But you didn't beat them by that much because they have a 21.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Damn.
That was a miracle beat, then.
Yeah. Fuck, that was clutch as hell.
So, yeah.
That was literally the highest you could
Good
roll.
job, Sparky Die.
All right. So that is the round.
Oh, Sparky
And
died.
since you went last, who goes first?
I'm going to say that Edison gets to go first. 'Cause
Yeah.
I want to know what he does after that kiss.
First of all, tries to force down his erection.
Four. Does that.
Second of all, I broke Mike, which is great.
As one does.
You know, with 11 episodes of sexual tension, I never mention boners.
That just means I wasn't doing my job right, Mike.
You take that as a personal slight. Got it. Next game. Next game.
Sorry.
Continue.
It's fine.
I heard the trick. It was very good.
Oh, no.
I tried to do a superhero game. This is what
What
they gave
happens?
me.
This
Yeah, sorry.
Hey,
I'm kidding. This
You
is
know
great.
who you invited.
This is spectacular.
actually, I'm just going to give Simon and Colleen a lift up with us.
Okay.
Oh, dunk.
Nice.
Okay. I think you just need an 11 to do
Okay.
that.
Like, no beans, I want to zap.
Oh, no.
You did it.
Not a problem.
You did it so hard.
Yeah, I did it real hard. So there's 17 with a D12 effect.
Okay, yeah. Zoop. So Simon and Colleen are yanked up off of the ground and deposited on the roof with Fiza.
Sweet. Okay. Wait, you get to pick who goes next.
Yeah, you get to pick who goes next.
I'm going to say...
Colleen goes. Okay, sweet. Faiza clocks what you're doing and go, like, do you do the, like, no, I wanted to shock more hands? Please say you do them in real life.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just like,
I want to zap more.
She's gonna pull the gate apart that they just extricated themselves from, and, like, basically just, like, one hand, like, one part of it's gonna go to you, and the rest is gonna, like, re-ensorcel.
Coil around.
Yeah, like, here you go, present.
Edison did float us up to the building.
Yeah, okay.
Both of us.
Sweet.
Aight. Okay, so
I want to make a spark leash for Sparky.
Let's put some dice down.
This is the only way I know how to say sorry. It's like, here, you can zap some more boys. What's our relationship? Look for 8. Okay. I see a 6 and a something.
They have a 16 with a D10
Beans,
effect.
a 15. Yeah, shit. You want to spark them real good? I'll do it. I'll buy. All right. So
Wait,
then-
can I give you a relationship dice to
Oh,
like?
yeah!
Oh, there's some residual like electricity.
Yay,
Oh
thanks!
my god. Oh, it didn't do
It
anything.
didn't do that much.
fine.
I just rolled it bad. Okay, I pay the pip anyway.
Okay.
And yeah, push it from a 16 to a 20.
Okay.
Or sorry, a 15 to a 19.
Okay. You can do that.
Sweet.
And they are reduced to a D6
Nice.
at this point. Who goes next?
I gotta give it to Simon. It's like, here, take this thing before the board state changes.
I mean, I'm up in the air. Like, I have some fence.
Yeah. I offered you some fence, and the rest of the fence is around the bad boys. I, like, re-encircled them, and then, like, basically, like, you know, like, the top metal pipe on, like, chain link fencing? Like, that ripped away, and it's in your hand. So there's, like, a...
You have like a leash.
Yeah, it's like a net with, like, a little leash.
Sparky leash.
Oh, so what you're saying is I should electrify this leash and zap them so good. Yeah,
That is
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, for sure. Yes. Yes, I am doing that.
I got a super power-up combo move we could do, too.
I'll make everyone feel happy after you do it. It'll be great. Pride.
20.
Oh, shit.
20.
With a D8.
What does it look like when you take them out?
Ah.
Yeah.
I zap them and you see their skeletons. You know when you electrocute people and like you see their skeletons?
In a cartoon.
Like in a cartoon.
Okay. I will just point out.
Science.
I will just point out that this is being captured on news, on the news.
Yeah. Let's not be too mean.
Colleen's right there.
You have taken them out. I'm not saying you've killed them,
Don't
but you've
tase me,
taken them
bro.
out. You get the result you want at this point because you've taken them out.
They're Division X. People know what Division X is up to right now in my brain.
All right.
All right.
Faiza screams laughing.
Colleen just looks like horrified.
The laughter was worse than the killing, I think.
Yeah.
As far as media goes, the giggling.
They can't hear me
I
from
didn't- I wasn't-
900 feet away.
I was trying, like, you can see the skeleton, but I don't. It wasn't.
You killed
What?
him. You already made that decision already, Mike. You made that choice.
No, you can
I just wanted
skeleton
the fun
zap them.
visual. I didn't
Yeah.
want them to be
They're
dead.
not dead.
It's okay.
No.
You can have the fun visual and them not be dead.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
what I wanted.
Faiza screams laughing from hearing, from like seeing skeletons. And no one on the ground can hear it because it's very hard to hear something 900 feet away in the sky where there's air and like wind.
And
That
weird
was for
gravity
us.
shit happening.
Yeah.
Probably fucking with sound.
Yeah. And she gives Simon a look like, nice. And that's all you're going to get from Apology because Faiza sucks.
Go ahead next, I guess.
Okay.
They're way down the ground.
They're gonna shoot at you, and they're gonna shoot at you in particular.
Oh no. Not Sparky.
Okay.
Sparky.
what he's rolling these dice, this is what I think is...
Motherfucker. Sorry, guy.
You roll awesome?
Your stakes are a 20
Yeah.
Damn.
with a D12 effect.
What were you saying?
But super duper combo move. My suit, your electrical powers. You create an aerial. We do an electromagnetic pulse to shock to disable the mech things.
this.
That'd be awesome.
I'll cheer people.
Fuck you.
Clap.
It's so supportive, though.
If I recall the Sparky Mark 1, like electrical current will harden the suit to give it some protection against bullets. Yeah, that's like the reflex.
Okay.
It's a 20 what now?
It's a 20. 20. It's a 20.
Snaps.
20 what now? Oof.
I see a 9.
That's some bad rolling.
That's a 16.
That's not bad.
16 isn't bad with a D12 result. Can you
not
do you have a
good.
pip to make that 4 or 20?
Does Ty go to the runner here? What's
Yeah, it would be a exact tie.
Tie goes to the attacker.
so they'd still
Yeah.
beef me up pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, actually, it would depend on your effect die.
Same.
You'd have the
Dead
same.
tie.
it'd be a D12.
So it's a dead tie.
Dead tie.
What do you have on your D12?
A 2.
They have a 5. So actually they win.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend that.
Yeah. Not worth it.
Yeah, pip, 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 pip.
Yep. So, do you want to take a consequence, or do you want to downgrade your suit?
I'll downgrade my suit.
No, take a
Take a consequence.
My suit's on a D12.
This is a consequence, not a complication,
Mine's a
Yeah.
D12.
The consequences are far more
or
long term.
injuries.
Yeah. It's a long term thing.
Yeah, I'm going to downgrade my suit to a D10, I guess.
So actually, you have to downgrade it 3 die types.
Wait, why?
Because it's a D12 effect.
Hold up,
fuck
sir.
that
Well, then, let's rewind here for a second. The other option was...
To take a D12 consequence.
Which means that he'll get to roll an extra D12 whenever he's rolling against you.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can't stay lucky.
Okay.
Can I send a plot point?
To do what?
Can I make it that the bullets end up hitting Colleen instead, and she gets the
Jesus.
She wants to jump in front of the freaking fire.
Don't jump in front of my
You
bullets.
can interrupt another action.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Should I roll
the
the
two
jump
of you
in front of
you
it?
have to roll against him.
Okay.
So, like, new
Against
roll now
what I
or against
rolled,
the
or-
16?
Yeah. How would that
I
work?
know this is a new roll for you.
Okay.
You're rolling against her, not me.
Opposed roll.
To, like-
Good go.
To, like, let her...
If you want to stop her,
This is weird. I don't know. I don't
I don't
want.
think it's. I mean,
If he was gonna get a consequence, so I thought that would be a really cool consequence for him to have. I don't know.
She's spending the plot point to make
I
the
don't-
consequence Colleen related.
yeah.
okay,
I mean,
okay, bullets hit you.
is that lame? Do you not like that, Mike? Because I don't want to like.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's very good.
Okay.
No, you don't have to spend a plot
Okay.
point. I will. So.
Like erase my old ones from other games.
Um,
Don't need more.
I erased one of them. I kept devastated because I think I still am.
That makes sense.
Shit, I had one before. Oh, I'm still off balance. I like that. I think she was concussed.
if
From
it was
the
a
shockwave?
if it was a complication,
Yeah.
then it's gone because that was last session.
Okay.
You can role play wise.
I will
still have
role
it,
play
but it's
how
like
I
mechanically
contest
still.
it.
So
Okay,
you
fine,
have
I'll
a
do that.
D12 consequence
Yeah.
of shot through the heart.
Like,
Whoa!
Okay.
Oh,
Just because it's a song name and
Oh, no,
like, I have-
I'm shot through the heart.
yes,
Because you got hit.
and I'm to blame.
Oh no.
So, the way I see that happening is just as the mech opened up to shoot, Colleen jumped in front of you, and gets riddled with bullets.
Yeah.
How much does the suit protect that? though?
Yeah. Right.
Some.
That's why I'm not dead.
It's a
Yeah.
D12 consequence. She's messed up, but she's not dead.
Yeah.
She's badly hurt. She's badly injured.
Well,
Is
then,
it like bloody injured or
Oh, yeah.
bludgeoned injured?
Bloody injured.
Okay, so like these are armor piercing rounds.
Yeah, these are.
Got it.
I'm going to take. Probably these are close to 50 cals. That these, if they're a mech suit, they probably.
well,
have
then you're just dead.
or at least an LMG.
Hey, if your skeletons can show from electrocuting, like, don't throw realism at me now.
Fair enough.
50 cows, though. Those blow up like...
Magic
Jeeps.
suit. Hey,
But they're made
electric
out of
boy,
ceramic,
shut
so
up.
they're different.
Yeah.
See, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Ceramic boy.
Ceramic
Not
cookie
quite
cutter.
as
What
bad.
the fuck would that even do? My brain is just like, I don't know, like, and it just explodes
Yeah.
in a...
Oh yeah, so
Powder,
Simon's
powdery.
definitely going to be like, oh shit, no, and that's going to be a like, stop the bleeding. I'm focused on this now.
Okay. Okay.
But I guess it's Colleen's turn.
Hey, girl.
Hey. I'm bleeding. I'm doing a good job of that.
Bullets hurt, by the way.
They do. They
Ouch.
hurt a lot.
Bullets.
Ouch.
I mean, we have the scene of I think that because I think you were facing Simon.
Yeah.
And the bullets hit you from behind.
And there's that moment where like I'm like thrown forward and like the clattering like swings out.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Like slow motion.
So anime.
It's
Yeah.
so dramatic. I'm very here for this.
Yes. Like the light glints off of
Yep.
it.
Eating that shit up.
Can I collapse into his arms?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Heck
That
yeah.
happens.
Oh. Sweet. What you
Um,
gonna do, girl?
Yeah.
I mean, I can still use my powers as long as I'm breathing. I don't actually have to do anything really.
Right.
So I'm at a like major disadvantage because
I'm just going to roll an additional D12 against you every time.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, that's all that's going to happen, so
yeah.
it's no big deal.
So I feel there's like the dramatic moment of like looking into Simon's eyes, and then we have to keep fighting. So I'm gonna like close my eyes and like concentrate, and then try and fuck with the mech guys again.
Explode their brain.
Brain melt.
Yeah, I'll do the brain melt, like overload, like the emotion overload thing.
Oh shit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That is a 20.
I feel like we all saw the zeros at the same time, like, ooh.
the D12
20
effect.
with a D12 effect.
And they rolled like crap.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Even they felt bad about it.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't mean to hit
They
the
didn't mean
nice
to-
one.
They didn't.
She was the nice one.
I am officially the nice one now. I'm just gonna say, like, I didn't start that way, but
Sure.
Fair enough.
So what was your effect?
D12.
What did it look like when you took them out?
I feel like they're in their little like mechy thing, and I don't know how that looks, but to me it looks like
They were feeling really uncomfortable because it was so close, right?
Yeah.
And they were like,
And you made them claustrophobic, and they're in this
before, yeah, and they're
confined
already
space.
stressed out, and I feel like they just like have this like it's like was with the fight with the.
You know what I think would happen? They both hit their ejector things. They got so big,
yeah.
the thing just
Yeah, there you
just
go.
see
I
like,
like that. There
two
you
little
go.
parachutes coming.
That
down.
works. That works.
Nice job, Jim.
Okay. So that happened.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
It's like,
And
F this,
then-
I'm out.
And we're
I'm gonna pass out.
out of that combat. And Colleen passes out. She says,
Probably not for very long, but
so Colleen passes out in your arms.
Yeah. Liza runs over, screaming Colleen's name. What happened? Colleen? She didn't see it. Like,
so like, I guess Simon is like doing whatever he can to like stop bleeding, and he's like, "You two just go and finish this, will you?"
is she gonna be okay?
Like little tendrils coming out of my suit. I want to make something true.
plot
And
point.
sort of connect onto hers, and you see all kinds of biosign telemetry coming up
Nice.
and going, and the suit is sealing most of the wounds. The blood loss is
Significant.
somewhat significant, but is being stymied. She has some time. But I basically just sort of just switch a bunch of things, and the suit sort of like tightens up and almost becomes sort of like a gurney in and of itself.
Yeah, okay.
And then she just starts floating.
I would say Simon, whatever he can do to like cauterize
Yeah.
a couple of
Yeah.
them,
I want to
just
see those
with like,
zaps.
Okay.
No, I'm sharing the telemetry of where all the wounds are.
yeah.
Okay.
And he's like kind of trying to zap them.
Fiza assists by like trying to keep the blood from flowing. Like she is.
Nice.
I'm making Fiza scabs, which is just blood stop. Stay. Sit.
You stop the blood, I cauterize the wounds because where Edison told me that's all what's happening.
Yeah.
And you can absolutely do that. A consequence does not go away that easily.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It
We're just-
takes time
Right.
for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So it
Story-wise.
doesn't go away.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that from a health standpoint, you were able to stabilize her.
Yeah.
so
That's-
she's not going to die imminently.
That's all I was going
That probably
for. Is
woke
basically
up
just
too.
like,
Yeah.
Being
just don't bleed out.
electrocuted. Yeah.
Just don't bleed out. That's all I ask. Just don't bleed out.
Son of a bitch.
Hey.
Ugh.
It hurts.
All right. Now where do we go?
You should not. Are you done sealing her ouch spots?
I don't think I'm leaking anymore.
Oh,
Stay
God.
here and just.
Oh, by the way, you can't move.
Oh.
Suits in
He
traction
did.
mode.
He did
Yeah.
traction mode.
You shouldn't be
Can you
moving
move?
much.
I think I'll be all right.
All right.
Could you
I'm gonna let it
change
loose.
this thing?
There you
Suit,
go.
move.
So
okay.
if she's just standing, I just like.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll. She's gonna use her powers to try and give herself
Yes.
like the endorphins to like not feel the pain.
Perfect.
Roll better than these dice.
Your
Nice.
consequences are a 12.
Okay, 19 with the D12
get
effect.
some.
Okay?
I'm fine.
You are able to block the pain
Okay.
at this point.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm still not going to roll a d12 against you. every
No,
time,
100%. I am fucked up as fuck, but I don't feel like I am. I have drugged myself.
Are your pupils like super like blown? Like when
Probably
you
a
take
little
lots
bit.
of painkillers? Pfizer recognizes that. 'Cause as we established, she had a painkiller problem earlier in the series. So she goes, she's good.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Yeah.
You can just do that to yourself.
Sometimes.
I spent so much money.
Everything's all right.
This is not the now.
I'm
I
just
can't
gonna
go
like
fast, but we can go.
Just stand still, and the suit can hide you. I'll move you.
I can walk. It's all right.
I'm just worried about you.
I know. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna like
She's
put-
going to start to reach
I-
out, but then it hurts, so she's not going
Let's
to.
just go then.
I'm gonna like kind of put my arm under and like you can use me as a crutch if you want to keep going.
Well, I'm not.
But
still-
Simon's gonna say like, if you want to stop here, I'll stay with you.
If I wanted to stop, I would. That's the last thing I want. After all we've been through, I want to see this through to the end.
My girl. And Faiza walks to the center of the roof. You guys can keep. You can finish this. Go ahead.
It's like,
Then
yeah,
then let me help you. And I'm
yeah.
gonna just like kind of use Simon as a crutch
Yeah.
to like get in.
So
And
what
I'm
are
gonna follow Edison.
what are the exit points from the roof?
There's a door with stairs down, but we'll just cut to the salient point.
Okay.
And after finding your way through the house, you open a big set of double doors. And there's a joke there. I'll tell you later. When you open them, they open onto a kind of a palatial bedroom that's very finely appointed, and on the far side of the room, the room is like it's almost like wall to wall, floor to ceiling windows, not like pane windows, but like very English,
right.
frame windows. With a set of French double doors that open out onto a balcony, and on the balcony, in a wheelchair with a drape over his lap, is your father. And when he sees you, 'cause you're wearing your suit, right? He's like, "This is all very exciting."
Yes. Quite.
Edison?
Like the whole because it actually folds in on itself. Does that cool little like?
Nice.
My boy, what are you doing?
I would ask you the same question.
Oh,
Father?
I was just enjoying the sunshine, and then things got so very exciting and noisy.
But
Chloe, need to take a breath.
I walk over and I kind of kneel in front of him and just look him in the eye. And says, "Are you not aware of what's going on?"
While he's doing that, Colleen's going to read his emotions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can
Faiza's
keep talking.
scanning
I'm
for
not
metal.
stopping the
Yeah,
RP. I'm just this
Whilst
is
whilst I hold you up,
yeah,
we're just kind of hanging in the back.
yeah.
That's a very good emotions. It's 17 emotions.
17 with the D12.
17 is almost most emotions.
That's yeah.
A bit of befuddlement and disorientation, and intense, abiding love for Edison.
All right. Edison, your dad loves you very much. And he's a bit confused.
Father, can you answer some questions?
Oh, well, I'll try, my boy.
As this happens, Faiza takes off her spear, shoots it out, and she's facing the other door, waiting for whatever actually is coming. Like, what the fuck is this?
Are you aware of what Division X is?
Oh, I've never heard of such a thing.
There are those who have said that you are heading this division, and this organization is in charge of dealing with the X-Menace.
I'm sorry, my boy. I don't know anything about that.
He goes, "You have no idea how happy that makes me." Just sort of like just embrace him. What are you doing here? Who brought you here? Why are you here? Why are you not home?
And at that moment,
Please, hold on. Can I just ask a question?
sure.
Was your brother's funeral public? Because he was like a peer of the realm.
Probably.
Was it an open casket?
No.
No, because it was explosion.
It was an explosion.
Yep. Faiza, hears this and goes, fuck, as whatever is about to happen happens.
A single gunshot rings out, and there's you hear kind of a thud, and then your father just kind of jerks, and a line of blood trickles down his
Helmet.
face. And then his eyes roll back and he just sags back.
Okay.
The gunshot came from outside the door.
Wait, the direction I'm facing?
Yes, but it's dark.
Okay.
Is it? I'm sorry. Is it an exterior door or
No,
an interior door?
it's an interior door. It's like unnaturally dark in past the doorway.
So super dramatic, full helmeted. My dad's dead next to me. Just no, with the balcony in the background, and you see me rushing towards that door.
Okay, as you turn around and rush towards the door, your mother steps through the door with a gun in hand.
Ooh. There first?
What?
Stab though?
Yeah. Gonna stab her?
He just sort of falls to his knees and goes, but you're dead. Why? He's sort of kind of losing his mind a little bit.
Brain broke?
The house is falling.
Can I stab her, please?
Somewhat rapidly as he's losing his concentration.
Sure.
Sweet.
She is an older woman, silver hair. She's played by evil Helen Mirren.
Evil Helen Mirren.
Cute. So Helen
She has a goatee.
Got it.
Why do I find it so easy
very
to
good.
picture Helen Mirren with the goatee?
Right?
Yeah.
Because she would
She
rock
can be
it.
anything.
Anything. Yeah, she is amazing.
She's a chameleon.
Helen
and-
Mirren.
I know, right?
She's my actual pick for Emma Frost.
She actually has
Yes.
my favorite line of any movie ever. In the movie Red, the first one.
Yeah.
They're explaining to the girl that Helen Mirren's character is the best wet work specialist in the world.
Yeah.
And Helen Mirren looks at her and says, "That means I kill people, dear."
Yeah, she's so good.
Yeah, she's great. Both those Red movies, she's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I said, Helen Mirren, and she is wearing a suit not dissimilar from your own, armored, So we'll go with that. And you were going to try to stab her.
No, I think she's gonna like flip the spear around her and like try to clock her with it. Like if she's wearing a suit, then I'm gonna ring her bell because I know I was concussed by a big hit. So
nice.
I'm not gonna try to stab through a thing that probably can't take. They can take that.
Okay.
Sweet. I will use my hero die. Do I have to pay to use it? Yeah, that
Yeah,
sucks.
hero dies have to be
Hold
paid
on,
for.
I'm not gonna then. I need to like buy something better later. Should just keep this pile like ready to go.
That's what I do.
That is.
It's on deck.
Yeah.
Oh, no, what the
That's
Oh, I see a 10 and a 8. Alright, 18.
Nice.
Your stakes are a 23.
Okay.
Shit.
Plus 7 is a 25.
That's right. Oh.
Straight out of pips.
Okay.
25 with a D10 effect.
Hit the blue hair.
Yup.
Okay. So we'll give her.
If I saw that she had graying hair, that means she doesn't have a helmet on, so I'm aiming for that fucking dome.
Okay. So we'll give her a complication of
Bell
Ring
rung.
my bell.
Bell rung.
You can.
Alrighty.
Sweet.
Who goes next?
Let's see what she's got to say.
What she's got to say? Okay.
Monologue.
Yeah, she's a villain. She's supposed to tell a monologue. Ooh, did I see like 18 ones?
Oh God.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Oh.
2 ones. Yeah, that's a total of 8.
Oh, it's a 4. Okay. There's another
8
one.
with a D8 effect. I'll take those 2 goddamn ones. Because whatever happens, I just wear.
Okay. So you're going to take a D12 complication of hurled
Hurled. Okay.
as she has the gun in her right hand and she goes and just like literally like that and this immense force just hurls you off the building.
Nice. Like, okay, bye. See you guys in a bit.
And I think we'll have Edison go next.
I'm going to catch Fiza
Okay.
and sort of bring her back onto the balcony. I go, Mother, if you would please do me a favor and try not to kill my friends.
She's gonna get, like, Fiza's gonna give you the craziest look of, like, well, we're just having talks right now? Tight. But she looks grateful as fuck for having been caught.
Let's see if I do it.
Because, a 1,000-foot drop, that's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's well, that was a 5 actually. That was a 13.
Let me set some stakes for you real quick.
Roll like shit.
Please roll bad. I mean, I'll pull myself back towards
You'll
the
be-
metal.
yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Gravity.
You could actually make a parachute out of your suit.
Cool.
That's
I
true.
wasn't listening when you said that part. I was so busy making swords. Fuck.
Would a metal parachute work?
You have a 17.
Okay, so that's 13.
Please do not burn your pips. Oh, I will be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I will not burn pips
Yeah.
then.
This feels important.
Okay. All right. Who goes next?
Let's have Simon go next.
Oh, you do
Nobody-
always go at
I
the
always
end. get picked last in fights, man.
Sorry.
Like dodgeball. Alright, go, Simon.
I did want Colleen to go first.
I have no problem with that. I
No,
can
no.
change it.
It's-
Okay. You can pass. You can pass if you want to.
Does that take my
No, it
action?
doesn't take your turn.
So if I passed Colleen, then I would go after her?
Yep.
Okay.
Holding your action.
By,
You're holding your
by,
action.
I'm holding till the end. I want
Okay.
Colleen to go before me.
Okay.
Because I'm still holding her up. I want to know
Yeah.
what.
Okay. What does Colleen do?
Colleen's mad. she's going to try and do what she did to... No, actually, she's not. She's in a lot of fucking pain, even if she's used it. So she's going to put her pain into this mom.
Yeah.
Just like, ow, bullets everywhere. Feel that in your brain.
Sweet.
All in just your brain. So...
All right, I've got to bet that her, like, the mom's response is going to be like, I enjoyed childbirth, yeah.
If I can push things out of my vagina. Oh,
19.
You're rolling like thunder today, girl.
Junk.
19 is a D12.
She has a 23.
Good. Spend one of your
Yeah.
87 pips. You can't take them with you.
Yeah, use it.
Okay.
You used to get that 28.
Yeah. Yeah. 28 for pain in mom's head.
Doesn't that also buy you a hero die?
You
more than
can't
five.
spend
If I
it. You
spend
spend
it,
a
yeah.
pip, so you can't.
It doesn't get...
You don't get a hero die if you spin a pip.
Yeah.
Right.
Boo.
That makes sense, though.
I stand by my boo.
So, what do they call it? Cluster headache? Cluster migraine? There you go. Hey, Mom.
Nice.
Welcome back to life.
What was your effect?
D12.
Okay.
Dice. You need to mark these and use them for L5R.
Yeah, they're very good.
One of the things that we have
can
not
be my
been
GM dice
remembering
for-
too is that when we put conditions on these people, we get to roll that die
Right.
too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. I always
I forget that, too.
I don't think I've ever rolled with any of their conditions.
I think I'm the only one that ever gets
I
stuck at it.
understand this game none percent.
You're the best of us, Jim. You're the best.
You're the best of us, Jim.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Does,
No,
she,
I'm
have,
just more
does she
mean.
have conditions?
Yes.
Yeah.
She has 2 complications:
What are
Cluster
they?
migraine, yeah.
cluster migraine and bell rung.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
Here's my D12 gift to you.
It's a beautiful gift.
Ooh.
Motherfucker.
Well, maybe that's not your best course of action.
Why?
Motherfucker gets some mom. Okay, sorry.
I see what you're up to.
Although Helen
Cool.
Mirren, you know.
Wood hit. I would hit that. Just goes out the window. Wood hit it.
Wood hit for the last, 15 years. Anyway.
We all are learning a lot about Mike tonight.
We're all learning a lot about each other.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's the finale. It's appropriate.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
You should probably go.
I love Helen Mirren. Today's episode is called Hold On to Helen Mirren.
Obviously, I should have picked someone else to portray the.
Obviously, you pressed a certain button.
Oh, no, everyone's too horny.
And nobody ever. Right.
Not too horny to tackle Helen Mirren.
Just horny enough.
I'm just horny enough to tackle Helen
All
Mirren.
right.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to do my usual thing, which is
Yeah.
Grapple zap.
Grapple zap.
Grapple zap.
I love that grapple zap.
That feels like a very artisanal apple that I could get from Whole
Okay.
Foods.
Can Colleen stand on her own if I grapple zap?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She's drugged up enough right now. She can probably do anything.
She's like,
It's
I
fine.
feel amazing. What is everyone freaking out about?
Oof. That's not great.
That's
Is
not.
he an 8?
What?
You should've stayed.
I have a 22.
Okay, well, she's doing great. It's fine. Did you roll with her shit?
Yeah, did
I
you?
did.
Damn it.
I rolled. Look at all these
I know
dice.
that is a lot of dice.
I rolled a 14 with all these dice, and I can't even get there. So yeah, I missed that grapple zap.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't let go of Colleen. And that's why you had to throw one hand and it was terrible.
Yeah, I think I was too invested.
One
in,
hand Natasa.
I mean, I guess no, I'm not gonna.
Okay. So
I'll tell you all later.
that's the round. Who goes next? Everybody, flip your cards back on.
Yeah.
Faiza, what are you up to?
Just falling, Okay,
Falling
so
for Helen Mirren.
little yeah. I
Sorry,
fall.
I'll
No,
stop.
you're good.
Terrible.
So how does that amber brooch work? This feels like the time that we think about this. I've got 12 seconds of falling to do.
Well, 98 meters
32 feet per second. per
Okay,
second.
I'm not. It's going to take me a while to reach terminal velocity. So suck a dick. What are we doing?
It's 1,000 feet.
Yeah, you're gonna have about. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Uh huh.
Okay,
Use her
Mr.
suit to
Yeah.
increased drag. I
Okay.
have 12 seconds, like I said.
Well, what Lance told you was that Amber is a conduit for power,
Yeah, and I've been hit with a lot of
and
shit.
you've been hit with stuff. So,
I took one big hit off of his gem. So what do I do? Well, we're just gonna find out. And she's gonna go like, no, I need to be there, and pull herself back. Can she reach? Like, how hyper specific does this gem allow her to reach for? Because she wants to pull herself back up and into the room. I just want to know like the level of stunt I can pull off right now.
okay, what we'll do is we'll give you a special effect here, and that is that by use of the brooch, you can step up your effect die by 1 die type.
Okay, cool. Well, then she's just going to pull herself back towards the building. And
So
hope I roll
what
high
that
enough
means
to
is
make it
using
cool.
the brooch. If you get a D10 effect, you get a D12 effect.
Cool, perfect. Works for me. All right.
Except for the movie version, Mr. Kimmy's gonna like make it all like look like real on the green screen. It'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be great.
Mr. Kimmy.
Yeah.
DB. Shout out. You're my fave. All right.
And since this is an inanimate thing, you need a 15.
That's an 8. All right.
No, you got a
What we got
15.
there? That's a 15 with a D12
Yeah.
D12 effect.
Yeah, that's better.
So it's a D14. I get to step up my effect die.
That means that you were able to land with precision exactly where you want.
Oh, hell yeah. So, yeah, wherever she, like, hurled from, all of a sudden you just hear this, like, I don't know, just like a bullet sound. And then she just hits in, like, a 3-point landing and, like, shatters the ground in and goes, no, you don't throw me off a fucking building. We're not done talking.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
And that's the entirety of my turn. Thank you. Cool.
Who goes next?
Colleen!
Woo! I go last. All right. Colleen's gonna be very excited to see Pisa.
Oh, and the like brooch crackles out. So there's like this little like ripple of like electricity that looks very close to Simon's because it's like a bolt of Simon's electricity.
Right. Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bless you.
I hate you all.
I mean,
All I said was bless you.
I know. All right. You.
Actual spit take.
All right,
Shit.
it was very adorable.
Sneezes are precious.
Yes. So dumb. So Colleen's not going to try love with this woman because obviously, like, she abandoned her family. Like, that's not going to be a thing that is going to be able to be tapped into. So she's going to go with. Yeah, I think she's just at a point where she's just like melt the brain.
Yes.
Just
I know.
explode the brain. Oh, and I can add a thing because she's got a D12 for close to
Hell yeah. She's got both. Use both of them. Or do you have
Can
to
I
pick
use both?
one?
You can use one for free and you spend a plot point to use the other one.
I'll use one for
Actually, I take that back. You actually have to spend a plot point to
for
activate
both?
either one.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Then I will. Yeah, I'll do it. Fuck it.
Might as well.
Get her.
We're gonna need to try and save my own life later. With
No, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh,
There's a
dang!
Goddamn!
21.
21?
21
The D12
with the D10
10
effect.
effect, yeah.
I have she has a 22
Oh,
with a D12
This
effect.
bitch.
Make it spicy. That's a 30.
yeah.
That's the best number I've seen this entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
30.
theoretically the best number we could see is 36. So
Yeah.
yeah, you came close.
I'm almost perfect.
Perfect.
Damn, Gina. Oh, I keep saying that.
You do.
Don't eat the dough, bitch. Don't eat the cookie dough. She knows what I mean.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I know what you
Right.
Yeah. Nasty. Bake the cookie. Bake the cookie!
I'm a messy bench who loves drama.
Okay. Who goes next? Colleen.
Edison.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, what do you even do?
This is hard.
Smash the house into the ground.
Oh, did the house stop falling, by the way?
Oh yeah, is the house falling?
It was.
Yeah, house is falling. I was shocked by seeing my dead
That's
mother in
right.
front of me, and I went,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah, you have one more round before it hits the ground, by the way.
All right, I will stabilize the house, I suppose.
As a side thought.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
What, do you have to roll to do that?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
You need a 15.
14, D12, and we'll spell the pit to get the 15. There we go.
Okay.
Let's see.
You are able to stop the, arrest the fall of the house.
So basically, sort of like the house itself is sort of falling, so there are things sort of like floating in the middle house as everything's sort of going down, and I'm just sort of walking towards her, and everything's sort of like lightweight and weird. And I'm going, and I let the helmet open, and I go, Mother, what are you doing? I thought you were dead. What? Why did you kill Father? Why?
Your human father had outlived his usefulness. All of this was done to preserve our kind. You should not be fighting me. You should be joining me.
As it clears her throat in a, you threw me out a window. Preserve the kind, I'm just saying.
All of this was to force the humans into a war they cannot win.
Why didn't you reach out to me?
You had to be hardened.
Well, then what's the plan?
The plan is to push the humans into a war they cannot win and elevate our own kind to where we belong. Rulers over them.
That should be easy enough to do. They're prone to violence, panic, fear.
Hey, Eddie, I don't know. Yeah, right? If you've noticed, but so are we.
This is, and he goes, and he basically turns to face the group, his mother to his back, going, it's like, I told you, this is the natural course of evolution. A conflict is bound to arise. And I look back at her, the only resolution to these conflicts is through force. Right, Mother?
You are learning, my boy.
Are you even sure that's your mom? We've met plenty of people who can put on faces.
Oh, no. That's my mother. I'd know her anywhere. She taught me so many things.
Fiza walks over towards Edison and holds your arm supportively.
Most of all, she taught me how to deal with the consequences of things that are beyond your control. That's my turn.
Okay. Who goes next?
Let's have her go next.
Well, I think she's kind of waiting to see how things evolve at this point.
Okay.
I kind of think that unless one of you is going to go, the ball is in your court.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
Unless Mike is going to go, the ball is in your court.
Yeah, someone's not going.
You know what? No.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
when I turn around to face the group and ask those questions, I'm going to. You see a little picture of me pop up in your HUD, going.
What are you doing? Describe it for listeners.
I'm basically just sort of like moving my head inside my helmet, going over there. Get her. I'm trying to keep her occupied.
Would Colleen sense that emotion from you?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm basically trying to distract her.
Oh, come on. You were doing the thing. It's a good thing. I liked it. He made people meatballs last game. I am not counting on anything.
Fair point.
Evil Edison is scary.
Yeah. I was
That's
like,
not the word I would use. Sorry, Fiza would use.
yeah.
Or Bria. Shit.
So yeah, Simon sees Edison's kind of small nod and goes for it. It's activating the skates, and rather than electric tackling, his move is to speed tackle through the wall of the house out the other side.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Man, you are rolling a quite solid.
Ooh. Ooh.
Did you roll 400
20.
dice? Oh,
Oh.
shit. Yay!
Yeah, she has a 19.
20 with a D12. Yay.
Oh, boy.
20 with a D12 effect.
Oh, boy. Nice dice.
Okay. So you tackle her out through the wall, out.
Basically, Simon, like, it's like 0 to 60. Like it's hard to, it's like blasting straightforward tackle, no electric, just straight skating through the wooden wall of this house out the other side into the wind.
Giant drop.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's like slow-mo shot. Like, you just see, like, there's, like, Colleen scream.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that the result of that is you're both going to get a D12 falling.
Yep. We are D12 falling.
Okay. And that brings us to her turn because she was waiting. And I think she's going to have to deal with this D12 falling because
Seems like the thing.
How far is it now?
Oh, you fixed it like really well,
Perfect.
though.
it's about 500 feet.
About 500
About
feet.
500
Well played.
feet.
Well played.
All right.
Good job.
50 stories. About half the size of the Empire State.
That's helpful.
Yep.
That's definitely making Colleen less stressed. Good job.
It's quite a long ways to fall.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Oh, God.
Are you grappling her, or did you like push her through the wall and then you got separated?
No, I'm holding. This is a very powerful hug.
This is the best hug. No.
Okay.
I've always wanted to just hold Helen Mirren.
Ms. Mirren, I
You
am
won.
so sorry.
Friend of the show,
That's
Helen
my
Mirren.
mom, bro.
Whatever. I wanted to bang Simon's dad.
So clearly Edison's mom has got it going on.
Yeah. I get it.
But yeah, this is I mean, I can only hug as tight as a person can. I don't have any special hug powers, as much as I want them.
Okay, well,
you kind of do have special hugs.
well, she
fourth
has a
spot.
21 to counter the D12 falling
Yeah.
with a D12 effect, so she's going to cancel that out.
Okay.
And since you're holding
The
on
whole
to
thing?
her, yes.
Cool.
And since you're holding on to her, it's going to cancel it out for you too.
Oh, cool.
So did they get shoved through the wall, and she just she
She
has some sort of
through the
power?
wall and disappeared from sight.
Okay.
So you don't know.
Okay, good. So the scream still happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dramatic moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Boop.
Because Simon disappeared from sight. And that's the round.
I
And
think she'd be used to that by now, but
Nope. Lots of silent slow-mo screams for Colleen. in the
Yeah,
last two
right?
episodes. This is very good.
yeah. She's not super effective and stuff, so she's got to provide
You are
drama.
very effective. Get the fuck out of here. Brain melt.
you've
With
been
like
very
your
effective.
30s and shit, you've been rolling.
Yeah, right?
Whatever's to
You
you.
rolled $1 billion.
Totally $1 billion.
Who's the best dice? I feel like I'm
So you're the one who's right here. So she's going to force blast you. Because her thing is she makes force fields, by the way.
Oh.
Okay.
Is my hurled complication gone? In that I am
Yes.
back now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Your hold complication is gone. Okay. Your stakes are a 20 with a d12 effect.
God damn.
What? She still has the
Yeah.
migraine and
Yeah, but yeah.
And
spend
Bella
You have to spend a
it.
pip for that.
for which one?
To activate a complication.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just roll with what I got then.
Can I help him?
Explain to me how you're helping him.
I don't know, like emotionally when I saw him drop off the edge, just hate for her, just goes that way, and maybe it helps throw her off a little, helps him
Sure.
do better. Okay.
Okay.
Sparky die. Oh, it failed.
Oh no.
Oop, that was a 6.
Yeah, it was.
That's a 15. It's a 20.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 21.
With a D12 effect.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are able to avoid her force blast at you.
So, are we still falling?
No, you're not.
So I'm holding her, and we're just stopped.
Right.
That's awkward.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
So,
This is all very nice. This is very nice and all, but really?
Yeah.
yeah, really?
You just hear, get it. From Paiza. What? Huh?
Why are you fighting me?
You used my father, didn't you?
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're Guthrie's boy. Hmm. Yes, but he was just human. And I'm not the one who killed him.
Somewhere Paiza goes, point. Was given permission for what it's worth.
Oh, Simon's so bad, though. I mean, this is a just kind of... he knows what she did. He knows why, he understands, and it's all so pointless, and he is furious, and all of the, they're grappling, and he just lets all of the electricity inside of him just go.
Okay. All right.
That's... She may have stopped us for a second. We'll see if... Well, 11.
11. She has a 21.
Jesus.
Fine.
Jiminy Christmas.
Beefed it. It's fine. What
Okay.
happens now? He did try to zap her very hard. Just in midair, just all of the electricity out of him.
Okay. Okay.
What happens?
I think that because she's able to like use her force fields to like block the electricity and block it away from her,
Okay,
even though they're in physical contact. I don't know how that works, but yeah.
sure.
It's like cat suit of.
Yeah, force field katsu.
Yeah.
Here for it.
Go ahead, Faiza.
Okay.
Okay.
Simon just disappeared from sight out through the wall.
Yeah, okay. Fuck! Just gonna run out to the edge. Can she see
Yeah.
them from there? Alright. Cool.
They're about the house is about 500 feet. They're about 400 feet up.
Okay.
So they're about 100 feet down from where you are now.
Okay. And the ground is littered with electrical fences. Yes?
All right. With fencing and rubble and
Robot suits.
robot suits,
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna make...
which we established are ceramic, but
Yeah, those suck. That's okay. The fences will do.
Not everything in them could be ceramic because they'd have to have some electrical parts, which would have to have metal conduit.
Not necessarily.
Stop helping.
Sorry.
Right. It's okay. We'll use the fence. Fences are supported by, like, vertical poles.
That look like giant lances.
Yeah. And I like lances. I think we've established that in the fiction. So let's grab all of them
okay.
and see if we can thread that needle literally through your mom. So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Cool. Fuck it. Let's buy that die.
Hero die.
Ugh. The beginning. That is a 12.
That's an 11.
All right. So it's a 23 with a D12 effect.
Okay. She has a 20 with a D12 effect, so you win.
Cool. Sweet.
So, we will give her a D12 impaled.
Nice. And I think you just hear this, like, scream of exertion as she, like, rips these things out
Right.
of the ground. And, like, is that high enough that I definitely didn't hit Simon?
Oh, no, you definitely did not hit
Cool. Perfect.
Simon. You, yeah.
Yeah.
So, several iron spears just go through her, and she screams.
And it,
She's not
like,
happy about that.
increases the hug. Because now she's, like, kind of chopsticked into place, and the hug is better. I helped.
Right.
You're welcome.
So, basically, where you are right now is if you do one more complication of more than a D4 to her, you take her out.
Cool. Edison.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit kind of like grandiose, but
This is the perfect time for that.
Yeah, right. Finale!
people, it sort of cut to the scene of the news team looking at the house floating, somebody flying out and floating out, and then what sort of happens is sort of like this black sphere surrounds the entire house,
Okay.
and then the camera shifts to the view of Faiza looking out the door, and everybody outside is just moving in slow mo. As in, the gravity well around this house is so intense that time is actually passing by
Oh, shit.
more slowly in it.
Nice.
And they're right outside, so I basically, as I do this, I draw the bullet out from my father's head,
Okay.
and then I shoot it at hers.
Let's put some dice down.
Oh,
Use the
What?
things. Use the things.
Oh,
Use
yeah.
the dice.
Yeah, there
the
we
magic dice.
Yeah.
Yeah!
look out for your good friend Simon, though.
Well, the higher he rolls, the better he'll do.
Wow. This is like the perfect moment
To roll
for
a
me to
billion
roll like
ones.
shit.
Perfect.
Because I have 1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4, 5 ones.
Oh my god.
shit.
I'll buy those off you.
Yeah.
Won't be necessary. So what does it look like when you take your mother out?
So like everything's sort of moving in slow mo, and you see me extract the bullet, and you see the bullet just sort of follow me as I walk towards the end of the balcony.
I think
And
Faiza grabs your hand as you like.
you
move
see
next to her.
the helmet opens, and you see one tear fall as he closes his eyes and just points in that direction, and the bullet basically goes in the exact same location that she was purportedly killed herself in
Okay.
to preserve that.
Oh.
And it goes, I changed history. This did not happen.
Okay. Cool. And the bullet just right through her, and you're right there. You see her eyes roll back in her head, and you like feel her die
And
in that moment.
and then I start falling
And then you start falling.
because I can't fly.
Because you can't fly.
I will catch him via the metal in his suit.
Okay.
Nice. And bring him back up.
And since I have no disagreement with that at all, that just happens. And
We're out of combat, right?
we're out of combat. So what's everybody going to do? I'm curious. What's everybody going to do?
I want to set the house back down.
Okay.
I think right when it happens and like Fiza realizes like what you've done, she like turns and like blinks and like tears run down her eyes.
The minute like Simon pops back up, like Colleen's gonna like, as best she can because she can't run very well right now.
Oh yeah, buddy.
She's gonna try like run over and like grab him and
Okay.
just like hold him.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Best reaction.
Into that.
Okay.
Carefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that from a broader story stance, what we see happen in the coming months is things grow less violent. There's still a lot of rhetoric and a lot of conflict, and it's not things are not going to turn around overnight. But I think that this whole thing with Division X has shocked everybody in the UK enough that everybody's kind of like, whoa, wait, there's got to be a different answer for this, at least for the time being.
Can we
And go ahead.
for like the information, like just because we're pretty good at like twisting it. I think since we've already sent out the information that Peter Guthrie is responsible for Division X, can we keep that going?
Yep.
So that X's still seem like kind of like the victims and not the perpetrators of all of this.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Han puts out lots of like. They coach the narrative to be that Peter Guthrie attempted to like die as a martyr on the cause of painting Xers as terrorists and villains.
Right.
And they tried to frame and then assassinated Edison's
Exactly.
father.
Oh, my mother already has the powder on her hand from the gun. It matches ballistics to the one that she's holding, and it's perfectly placed.
Well,
in
she's
the
already
way.
dead. We don't have
She's
to worry
already-
about her.
yeah,
We just
but-
hide her body somewhere
No,
nobody
what
knows.
I'm
Exactly.
saying is that it could be easily passed off as a suicide.
Yeah.
So
Again.
So it doesn't.
Jesus.
To preserve the whole point was to preserve the memory of her that I had instead of making this a new
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
consequence.
That's fine. And the point we are at in our story is the epilogue. So what I would like to know is how does this story play out for each of you? And who would like to go first?
Shit.
Or what is our last scene, the last time we see each of you before the credits roll?
Sweet. I mean, I'll go first if everyone wants to think.
Sure, go for
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
So, because mine's involved, and I thought about it a bunch. So, I think at some point, Fiza like has a conversation with Lance that's very much to the effect of like, "You were wrong about me. I am not princess material." And she like takes off the brooch, and she's like, "I'm not a queen. I'm an emperor, and I have an empire to build. But thank you for your service." And kind of just like, not in like a cruel way, but like she does not want to be tied down, even though he's very nice. Yeah. And the next time you see her, she is split away from Han. She took the burgeoning R&D like company and is now making like a, hopefully with maybe some of Edison's help, like a biotechnical firm that deals with like
Okay.
how the public and how governments interface with Xers when they come across the law wrong. And I think the last scene you see is like her behind, like as the CEO, behind a like big, cool looking desk, like we first saw her. And Sam and her like group, like the guys that she hired at the very beginning are there because she wanted all that data that they got on fighting X's.
Nice.
So she's like hired them back and like brought everyone back into the fold and is like building her own empire. Like, yeah, I know Morgan wanted to be a queen, but like, why be a queen when you can be an emperor?
Yeah.
I've got the Xers now. Let's do this.
Okay.
And she just looks very smug.
Okay.
Can
Let's
I
go
add
next.
like a little bit? Okay. And it's okay if you don't want to, because I have like this like comedic buddy like friendship
Yeah.
thing where like you needed a new personal assistant.
Yes!
And,
Good.
and Colleen needs a day job because even though her record sales are up a little bit, it's
Yep.
like
I overpay you to make sure that like
And I'm
money's
not
also going
good
to X.
at any of it. So you
Yeah,
probably
not
have
at
like
all.
a second assistant to actually be your assistant.
Somebody competent in your
This
Yeah.
is very good. Like you don't even hold the iPad.
I don't get to hold that.
Okay.
Sweet.
So that's my day job. After that.
Yay.
Before, I feel like there's two epilogues here
Yeah.
for Simon.
Yeah.
And the first one comes with, after this, Simon wants to take Edison somewhere, and the two of them, maybe to Scotland, and we go up and
Oh, to the north.
we go up north, and we, deal with, we
Do some emotional healing.
basically, yeah,
Aw.
with Scotch. And
Yay.
Scotch and friendship, and I think that's how they would have kind of a camaraderie over their
Yeah.
the shit that their parents did. And I think when Simon comes back to London, he is going to, be in it 100% for Colleen. And he is going to leave the police,
Okay.
and he is going to help if Colleen's still running this youth school for Gene X children. He's gonna
Okay, Professor Ed. This is very cute.
he's gonna
Funny enough, because Caraclue House is a perfect place
Oh my god.
for a young Gene X school to be run and support center. And he basically builds the whole place out since he's now inherited it and is officially the Baron of Lemon. Will transform Caraclue House into a boarding school for gifted individuals. Along with, if Colleen wishes to assist, she can assist, and of course, Simon, you have a place here whenever you'd like. I also Ophelia is welcome to join us and continue our research, and
Fiza's not invited.
Fiza went off on her
Fiza's
own.
invited to hang out.
I didn't want to
You're not allowed to
inflict
work
myself
with
on
You're
you
not allowed
guys.
to work with the youths.
Actually, I hire Lance.
Ah.
I tried to hire Lance. But no, I mean, yeah, so I think that's a logical endpoint for Edison, as he will continue to try to make as many scientific breakthroughs as to what the nature of being an X is, so on and so forth, and is going to continue to try to educate the public as to what the truth is behind.
Do you stay with the university?
I do not stay with the university.
Do you need a firm to work at with a very big budget?
I do, actually.
Cool. Yeah, it's a biotechnical firm. I was just
Indeed.
like, I just want to like throw money at you.
You're in.
Cool. And if we ever need like some help with like electrical wiring, and coding, like it's so much faster than paying a nerd.
Actually, I would totally pay Simon to be head of security there, 100%.
Right?
oh man, Simon just wants to chill out and
No, it's fine. Like you don't
help
have
some
to.
kids.
It's a desk job, dude.
Yeah.
You just get to help
desk,
some kids.
desk job. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, hearing that, I think that actually, like, while that was being done, she probably would be Fiza's assistant, and was so terrible at it. Like, Fiza eventually was just like, "All right, if we're gonna stay being friends, you can't be anywhere near my
Yeah,
job
she's just
anymore."
super sweet. Like,
Yeah.
this is bad for
Yeah.
me.
So
Please stop.
the minute the school is done, Colleen's gonna go, and she's not qualified to teach anything. She's probably actually
Music.
she's been working. Well, hey, you're right.
Yeah.
Music, but also like she's actually been working with people like trying to get them to teach their powers. So she probably doesn't teach academic subjects. She's probably the one who helps get kids in control of their powers
Nice.
and is the least fucked up parent figure there. How the hell did that happen?
You receive a note and like a little like jewelry box gift that's like, it says on it like, consider this your golden parachute, and inside is the key to the Kensington house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. And I feel like Fize is like on the board
Yeah.
of the school.
Yeah,
Totally.
obviously.
Totally on the board.
Like, you guys didn't even invite me. I bought my way, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck yourselves. You
We
can't
totally
get rid of
invited
me.
you to something like super high level, like away from the Steves.
Yeah. I still see my Steves. I'm like, sup, Steves?
Yeah.
I keep buying them new iPhones every time.
Every
see
time I
them.
confiscate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A tradition in the school, your first year you wear a sweater that says Steve.
Yep.
Give me your phones. I know you're lying. I know you have them.
Ah, damn it. They could always tell.
Yeah. So yeah, and I feel like she doubles down, is like super interested in like continues her relationship with Simon. And she goes and finds little Oliver and makes sure he comes to the school.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Oh,
You
I-
forgot about your boy.
He did.
You had a boy.
I forgot about Penelope.
She's dead. She's dead and it's good. One last question.
I have another question.
Okay.
Is Simon going to do anything about that fucking Claudia ring? Because I'm going to lose it if nothing happens with that ring.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Okay, we're done.
No.
Rage quit.
You just get like text messages like once a day, like, just propose. Look, I bought you a house. I'm not gonna buy you a second gift.
I get them? I get them?
I mean,
Yeah, you get
is,
them.
is someone going to do anything with it?
Yeah, man.
Yes, you know.
It's just not the marrying
Guess
kind.
you'll have to turn to season 2.
No.
He's a monster.
Oh, you are a monster.
I think Colleen just decides and just starts wearing the Claudia ring. Like, doesn't wait for him to ask. Like,
That's
just
so
starts
good.
wearing it. This is a thing that's happening now.
The thing about Simon you have to understand is he's very dumb.
No, we understand that. Like,
No,
we're
no.
clear
You were keeping that secret
as
involved.
a fucking window. Like, we get it.
Sweet.
Yeah,
My question-
eventually, Colleen's just going to set a date and it's going to be a thing. You're all invited. That's so good. This is how this works.
Yay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. No, you said a date. Do you bring Ophelia as your date to this wedding?
I was planning on asking you.
Oh, she said yeah for
What
sure.
about Lance? Where's Lance?
What? I got
We
rid of
kicked
Lance.
you
You got rid of Lance.
Oh,
I
okay.
told him to kick rocks a while
So
ago.
season 2 is going to be the war from Atlantis on the land
Atlantis v.
to avenge his
Atlantis.
broken heart.
Nope.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just kidding.
That'd be awesome, though.
Nope. Yep.
Sweet.
Awesome. All right.
Because I know how Lance reacted to that.
I mean, how did he react? He took it well. It's fine.
The last scene Lance in Atlantis.
He's just pounding at the bottom of a pool somewhere.
Oh no! No! Lance has absolute respect for that. If that's what you want, and that's the direction that you feel like you need to go to be true to yourself, that's what you need to do.
I think she was like worried that like she was catching like nesting instincts around him. I was like, oh, we need to fuck that entirely up. Like, I'm so sorry. And then we'll deal with this in a bit. Like, we'll take
I mean, I
longer.
won't say it's the direction that Lance would have liked for things to go, but
Yeah.
he has respect.
Sweet.
He has respect for that.
Yeah, Lance, he's the best boy.
Colleen doesn't ask Simon. Let's say we're getting married. Here you go.
What do you do when
Be
you
there, you'll meet
You're
us
just
at-
going to save the date in the mail.
What do you do when you gotta save the date to your wedding? Oh my
It's just
god.
like left on the
I
table.
pay my last plot point to just be there. To just be there when it happens.
So I was like, is this real?
Do you not want to come?
Of course I do.
All right.
It's a date then.
Yes, it is. There's been about 300 other ones going out, so thank you for acting that
Liza
way.
slowly lifts hers in the frame, like, what? Is this a I love you.
I am going to need a maid of honor.
Do I have to do anything?
I mean, don't you hire people for that?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
You're my best friend.
Yes.
Thank you for understanding.
Yep.
Party in Atlantis. She goes like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna find a fucking unicorn.
Bachelorette party with the
Yeah.
unicorn.
Yep.
I can get
It's
on
gonna be
this.
great.
Yes.
Time when to snort cocaine off the
But
ass
your
of a unicorn.
source, but you say the source, your source for things like that. Right?
All I needed to know is that they're real. We will find them. And I will do so much blow off the ass of the unicorn.
We're not gonna know. All right.
All right. So that's our game, and that's our finale. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you guys had fun. And
Fun.
we're out.
Bye guys. Thank you so much. Yay. It's not working. Close. Do the thing.
Nope. We're still here.
I'm saying,
Keep
doing
vamping.
this.
Do the dance.